And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship stream. You could be watching from anywhere around the country or the world, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Coming to you from the Spaceship Studios from a galaxy far, far away. And now I'll be switching over to the other screen. Let's go this way, right here. Alright, hello everyone. It is I, Alien Spaceship, and I hope that everybody had a good day. It was a. Today there was the Shelby Nelly hearing. I saw earlier when it was on. I saw the other trial too, which was about Brian Walsh. More about that. Hello there, mermaid. And mermaid said, "Hello, I'm coming down from splitting again." Okay. Thank you for letting me know, and we are here for you, and uh, thank you for letting me know what's going on. We and besides everything else, I hope that you're doing all right, mermaid. Thank you for being here, and so I'll get into what happened with these trials and you know continue as we go along. And yeah, and with the holiday season, it could be very a lot of there's lots of traffic, there's lots of stuff going on, and it can be extremely tedious at times in general for everybody. During especially during holiday season, a lot can happen. Oh yeah, I'm glad that yes, definitely recognizing what's going on is certainly freeing for sure. Absolutely. And Nan says, "Oh, hello, Nan. A good evening to you. Welcome to the chat. How's it going, Mermaid? Everything on my end. I've been a bit busy. I've been doing stuff with pets, and today I decided to start on clearing out some area for the fall winter garden, like I did last year. I cleared a bigger space, and this summer I just had ornamental plants. I didn't like things that weren't really like completely stuff you would eat, but just stuff to grow in the yard. So yeah, I'm going to probably be starting on the garden thing like I did last winter. Looking up some stuff for different content I'm going to be making. So I've been active. And then before that, I was at the trial. The different trials going on. And it was a nice. There's a point in the trial where I was lurking. I wasn't like talking, and then at some point, much later, I commented and went in there. Yeah, but I saw it like a little bit earlier than I commented later in there. I got all wrapping done pretty much, and basically, it's always good to get stuff done when needed to. And Mermaid said, "Nice. The garden is a great felt. I've sat back there myself." Yeah, yeah. I remember one time I did the phone live back in a couple months ago. We had you in the yard with the when I was in the through the live stream mechanism. I've not done a phone live in a long time. I was going to do one around Halloween, but I did the other one instead. I still have Halloween decorations up because I usually leave them up for a long time. And told my friend on their page, and it was because the way their voice sounded, it's truly. Oh, okay, okay. And I highly suggest you Google splitting. Okay, Mermaid. Well, yeah, there's a lot of messed up people out there that give fake constructive criticism. Definitely, it's I call it destructive criticism when it's not done in a proper way or done with good intent. Doe, it's been about a moment, about a minute. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing all right. So yeah, Mermaid, I can understand where that would set you off and cause a split, kind of like splitting the, like an earthquake happening. It splits the land that it's on. So yeah, I I'm glad that you're aware of it and you're getting help with whatever with the things that are going on. Oh yeah. Oh, it's okay, Mermaid. I don't take anything that you do personally. But thank you for letting me know about that. Yeah, I because I know that see none of us are perfect, and we all are flawed, and we all have our own demons, so to speak, to struggle with. So I have not hold anything against you, and I won't if something occurs or has occurred. Yeah, because there's people that will I've encountered where they had a moment, but maybe it wasn't. There was something else going on where it wasn't all them. So yeah, I definitely think that mental health is something that needs to be given more attention and recognized. Okay. Oh, okay. Things in extremes. All right. Yes, yes, absolutely. I think patience is important, and I do have patience with you, and I'm also glad to understand even more now that there's something going on. So yeah, absolutely. I do have patience with you, and I'll continue to have that if something goes sideways. And Nan says fake criticism is covered pure insults, and that's just cruel. We all have things we dislike about ourselves, and folks tend to put that on others. Yeah, a lot of times it's what's called projecting, and they'll project on others what is really wrong with them or they don't like about themselves, and people that just want to be mean and kind of put someone else down and make themselves look bigger. And video of Amber Heard here of Amber Heard, I went and I have same really sympathize with her. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad that being here and watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard marathon we had this summer, although we still watch that trial periodically, even now, I'm glad that you got something out of. I'm glad you got something positive out of it, and you got yourself help that you needed. Because with Amber Heard, she never got help with her issue. She just seemed like it got worse and worse until it led to her destruction like that. So I'm glad that you did that, Mermaid. Definitely. Hello there, Michael. Good evening to you, sir. Welcome to the stream. Michael, did you watch Brian Walsh today out of curiosity? Wherever the other channel you watch it at? I watched I watched it today. Oh, I'm glad that it did, Mermaid. I'm glad that it did. Duke. Well, I'm glad to see you. It's hope you're doing well. Duke. I was watching some police footage of like some body cam footage, and there's this guy that he attacked a woman for no reason, and he was being arrested, and he just would not listen, and he was kept on fighting the police. It was something crazy. He was like a Darrell Brooks is like a young Darrell Brooks. Horrible, and where people like and okay, alien. She didn't care to take care of her personality. Unlike me, is very sad, right? I hope you're getting help. That's what you need. Kindness goes a long way, so I try to understand others when I can. Oh yeah, Nan, and you're very sweet and kind from chatting with you, from what I've seen. So I'm glad that you have that mentality, and that's really the best way to go. And you see, if you don't accept that there's a problem, it will get buried down and resurface and bob up and down like a cork. So that is a complete fact right there. Like, if you don't, oh, balk, balk, balk. Yeah, shout to the chickens and flamingos. Facts, facts. Yeah, if you don't get help, it's like you're for your own self destruction. So, the mind is a very powerful thing. Indeed. Michael says, there, let's see. I never knew I had these issues till I felt weeks and days very long, scary. Walsh was the let's speak with everyone working in DNA lab today who was working there today. Yeah. There was lots of DNA evidence. Same thing like with yesterday. It happened yesterday with the DNA analysts. So that was something. It's like kind of like a continuation from yesterday. The trial ended a little bit earlier than I thought it would. But, it was on for 7 hours, though. So, over there it's a different time zone. Oh, George is there, too. And I never knew I had these issues till a few weeks ago. Very scary. Scared. Amber Heard, I don't hate you. I understand your issues and sympathize with it. Would have more help and accepted that. Okay, call your brother. That's fine. A list of witnesses on the stand today that were in that trial, in the Brian Walsh trial, is the Salmon Salem. A DNA unit supervisor and forensic scientist at the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab, she provided detailed testimony about DNA matches for Anna Walsh, found on a hacksaw hatchet, blood-stained rug, and Tyvek suit recovered from the dumpsters. Michael Rohde, a district loss prevention manager from TJX parent company Home Goods. I remember that guy today. And we were seeing the surveillance footage of Home Goods, and it had like Christmas stuff inside of it. Yeah. All right. And Nan says, that has to be scary, Mermaid. I'm sorry you are dealing with. Can adjust. It's not your fault. It's something born with. Right. Exactly. Utterly horrifying, now realizing I'm doing. Vax. Shout out to Nan, very sweet to Mermaid. He authenticated surveillance footage, receipts showing Brian Walsh purchasing rugs and towels at Home Goods store in Norwell on January 2 and 4, 2023, using store credit cards that had been issued for returns made by Anna. Brianna Kiesel, another forensic scientist from Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab, who testified briefly about processing samples from evidence including the Tyvek suit and slippers. Alright. Michael says, Melanie was saying that Massachusetts has a new law that if a person touches the DNA evidence, then they must testify in court. That's why we have 6 people testifying from the lab. Okay, Michael, thank you for explaining that to me. I don't think I did not know that. Hey, Zero. Yo, alien, I'm going to use one of your showers installed heads to the males only shower room. Oh, yes, Zero, go for it. And those showers are working fantastic. I'm glad that we got those installed, and thanks for checking in. All right, so yeah, yeah, that's why there's so many testifying because there's. I was wondering about that, but and if they said that, if it was said earlier, something that I may have, I didn't realize that since they all touched it, they have to testify. Okay. Brianna Keisil, another forensic scientist from Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab, who testified briefly about processing samples from evidence, including the Tyvek suit and slippers. All right, Nan says, "Oh, I'm sure you can learn techniques on how to realize what you're about and do something before it seems possible." Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And my favorite question of the day: did you use instruments to do that on? Yeah, did you use an instrument to do that on? Right, right. Yeah, I will say the lawyer in that trial, he talks really loud and he screams constantly. Absolutely, scared, scared. Duke says, "I'm doing excellent. The surgery went well, very well. In my opinion, I've had stub toes that were so much worse than if you knew what they did. Surgery, you'd freak out." Oh, okay. I'll Google that. Absolutely. I don't know that, and it explains why so many tested. It was opening. So many did. Yes, absolutely. Duke says, yeah, I read that. Okay, and she says, "Yes, I'm now for the past few days realize what I'm doing, but so good now. I can recognize and stop it. I hurt around me and it hurts me." Yeah. You see, it's good that you feel, the empathy about what you did, because a lot of people, like Amber Heard, is too proud to accept that she did something wrong. She's too proud to accept the truth. But you, at a much younger age, can see the truth and correct it. And when you are her age, it'll be totally different than what she became. Rethrow myself, okay, and didn't know that. Michael explains somebody testified. Wow, well, interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Testimony for another crime lab specialist. Oh, wait, I see what Michael's saying. Larry Tipton, he is one of the best public defenders in the country. Okay, thank you. Thank you for information. He was certainly very loud. Hello, Kim. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Good to see everyone. I went to Doc today, and he is getting an ultrasound lump found on my neck, and he said he didn't want to wait 2 weeks. Originally, told me because he can see it. Yeah, that is certainly makes me scared. Thank you for the update, Kim, and I hope everything is normal with that. Everything should be. Oh, I hope they check it out and everything is okay. But I'm glad they're looking into it at least, and they're not going to wait 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'm glad that happened today. And the ultrasound will be soon. If I said that right, let's see. Yeah, I get it. I said it right. Okay. So thank you, Kim, for letting me in chat know what happened, what's going on. Thank you. Yeah, certainly finding a lump on you is not something people want to know about or see. It's best to get things checked out as soon as possible. And I was concerned about you, Kim, and I'm glad that you came by to let us know. Nan said, "You are on your way to being in control, but you will have times when things blurt out, gentle." Massachusetts. Right. Amber has narcissistic tendency. Everything she does, she sees from her own side and justifies what she did right good because she wouldn't do anything wrong bad in her mind. Thank you, Michael. All right, I just want to get it all done and get answers. I need them to make me feel better. Nervous, trying to not be scared. I stay positive and track. I miss my bubbas. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I missed you too. I always glad to see you here on the stream or in the other chat. It's nice to mass a two shits. All right. Yeah, because we are the spaceship crew. We need to know what's going on with our fellow aliens. Make sure everybody's in health and good shape, and we don't. We want to make sure we're keeping up to date with what's going on. I have lots of Christmas decorations hung up, and that's very cool. We like Christmas over here, so I'm always glad to see that around here. And many people in their own places are hanging up Christmas decorations, so that's a jolly thing of the season. On the bright side of things, besides the dark trials and things of that nature we look at. Massachusetts. Best of luck and hope the answer solution comes quickly. Amen, Nan. Absolutely. Testimony from another crime lab specialist, Matthew Sheehan, which began Monday, also continued in the portion of today, focusing on the lack of blood. Splatter evidence found in the home's upper levels, while confirming blood stains only in the basement. Doe says, "I love Christmas every day." Facts. Yeah, because the light shows are just really impressive. Like, that's something about Christmas that's always known for is the lights. There was another stream that talked about the Christmas lights, and I'm telling you all now that just the lights in general, the different colors, is really like an aura of itself. Yeah, so I also love it too. It's a very jolly season. All now, it was when Darrell Brooks is the one that went through I believe it was a Christmas parade, And in his mind, it was the car's fault, not his. And he feels he didn't do anything wrong. So there are those out there that try to ruin everything, but overall, the Christmas spirit will be kept. Kim says, I love you all. Just sometimes, if we feel weak, we pull back and deal with our own shit. But I'm strong, and I want y'all to know I'm present. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're present. Fifi was asking if I've seen you, if you're still ill, and I'm like, I saw her the other day, but now I could say that I see you here. Finally, yeah, and I appreciate everything you do. It's good to know the people are present with us. It's Christmas season, so we need to have as many presents as possible. Right. Mass slew shits. How that's funny. Mass slew shits. That was funny. Like a sleuth. Like we talk about trial stuff. Good evening, Moki. Welcome to the stream. All right. Thanks for your support. Truly appreciate it. Right. Right, and also Moki, I saw the Shelby Nelly. Oh, hey Matt, good to see you. Welcome. Good evening. I saw the Shelby Nelly hearing. I saw that, and I was also seeing the other one that was on. Brian Walsh. Ann says my daughter will be moving in near the future, and she brought new fake Christmas tree. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm glad to know that, because and here we have 2 fake Christmas trees, because the cat likes it year round, and they do light up the room. So yeah, the fake Christmas trees are cool. Shout out to everybody here. Appreciate every single one of you. All right. Trial is expected to resume tomorrow with potential testimony from Jem Mutlu, a family friend who spent New Year's Eve with the Walshes. I can. All right. Yes, correct. Loki says, I thought it was actually sentencing, but it was a Spencer hearing. Yeah. He wasn't sentenced today. It was just the Spencer hearing, so both sides are presenting evidence to the judge before it's actually implemented. And around April 30, 26 is when the sentencing will happen. I have black lights going all through my house along the ceiling. Those lights are actually very cool, the black lights, because in arcades and laser tag they have that. I love those lights. In the recent hearing, Shelby Nelly, a Florida jury, recommended the death penalty for the murders of his wife's parents and brother. Nelly previously pleaded guilty to the murders, so the hearing slowly determined by sentencing. Now, in that situation today, they showed footage of some camera footage, some police interrogation footage. They showed a couple of different interviews, and I remember I think they were people coming on the trial through video chat, or it looked like it at least. and the prosecution, defense, they were like talking to them. That's what I think what was happening, but maybe it was a pre-recorded video. That's what I remember I saw this morning. I'm like, oh, interesting. And yeah, and Moki's saying they talked about the dogs, but judge said didn't want to hear it. I don't blame the judge, as I understand he seemed uncomfortable about that, and when it was being presented to him, it's a lot of this is very heartless details, and it's very completely just heartless what these behaviors are and what they did. Hello, Passion. Good evening to you. And another thing about it was he seemed so calm in the police interrogation footage. He just seemed so calm. He seemed almost bored. And today this dude, it was a beard, he was bald, and a different look than he had last time. Yeah, it was something else today. Yeah. But shout out to the judge. Sometimes these judges, they'll have to put up with a lot of disturbing factors and disturbing things, and yeah, I could see where they setting the boundaries, because some of these people are just not humans. That's a somber thought to leave us pets or family members to. And hello, chat. Nan said, I'm wondering how my cat will react if she grabbed a pretty big and fat stuffed Xmas elf left on the floor next to my parrot. It was upstairs too. Had no idea how she carried it. Oh, scared. Oh, cats are unpredictable, especially in circumstances like that. Today, before I got on the stream, yeah, it's basically before I got on here, Bubbles ate me for a late night snack, and he was growling. He had the zoomies, and he was eating my arm. And a couple of times I was coming on here, he wanted to speak his mind a little bit. So, yeah, they definitely are unpredictable. And the new kitten, very active, and is interacting with the other cats. Okay. Near wanted to give me the 4-inch tall Christmas tree. I was polite and said thank you, though. Alright, and No Drama says, Passion, hey, how are you doing? This is confusing with everyone with long screen names. Yeah, and because you have entered the alien zone where we have the greatest lengthy names of all time. It's how our unique alien languages are. And I think I have the most interesting one of all. I have my name is like a code name with a bunch of other letters on it, on the end of it. We haven't had a tree since we got our cow cat several years ago. She'd bring it down. Oh, yeah, there's cats that certainly will jump into the Christmas tree and bring it down. Ah. Alien freestyle rap engaged. I think that I just had a fun time with the cat. It was like a lion being let out of a cage. So much spirituality going on. Basically wild sage. It is the reality all over YouTube. It's the alien age. And we all know the truth be told that the trolls and haters will have infuriation and rage, and they have no place inside my mind, completely steadfast like an arrow, straight forward, focusing like hypersonic speed. I'm sitting and chilling, drinking all the medieval mead. In my alien time machine, I could go all the way back and get it authentically. I said the verse is true, as truth can be told, even suspensefully. And shout out to all of you. it's Christmas, it's a UFO in the sky, or Santa. It might be both or one or the other. Either way, the cookies and milk will be gone. Like no other. And that is true. Alien rhymes. It's cold across the country, I think. I know that as a fact because my alien senses tell me so. I also see it by what I hear. Shout out to all the aliens and earthlings near and far. I dropped a bar, but here's a free candy bar. Word. And Passion says, I read about a situation, your thoughts, and have faith modern medicine, dear. That's very sweet, Passion. Amen. White and black spots and Hostline cow. Oh yeah, we have a cat named Tweetzel, and he's basically the cow of the cat room. He is cow print. He looks like a checkerboard. He is the cowboy of the cat room. He's even getting me thinking delusional, and I'm not even taking any shrooms in that room. He meows, he gets very excited, and he's very big and strong. Ironically, you could even look at him wrong, and he's the kindest cat in the whole world you could ever have. Shout out to the cow print cats. They are the best, one and only. And that is where it's at. Some cats also like to eat the whole buffet. I have some cats that do that, and they're happy as a spring day. Can you milk a cow cat? Yes, you could milk a cow cat, but there's the catch. It has to be on the cat's own terms, because the cat is so bossy and in control of everything, it'll resist using its milk. It has to be on the cat's timing. But the cow print cat's milk is the healthiest of all. That's why the kittens get it, and that's their superpower. It's an old cat farmer's secret. Hello there, Remy, good evening. It's an old cat farmer's secret in the old cat west. It's the best milk you can ever have. The trick is to do it at the right time. But guess what? There's another catch to this whole thing. Yeah, the screaming cat has appeared. The whole catch to the entire thing is this. You can get catnip in your hand, and at any time, you can get the milk from the cow print cat at any moment. Anytime. By giving the cat sacrificial catnip. It'll let you take all the milk that you desire. That is gross alien shaking my head. Well, that may be true to earthlings of some kind, but rumor has it, certainly there are earthlings that have become addicted to it, to your surprise. But of course, at the same time, the aliens are just into those things. They plunder everything on the earth. But it's not for the faint of heart. Here is a nice box, just in case for those that want to barf. Shout out to you, Duke, of course. I understand. Thanks. Thank you, chat. I was focused on chat. I don't know what alien is talking about, but I heard the end, no context. Yeah, so Passions. Matt he's an OG here, and he was. I would do rap. I would do freestyle on live streams, and he hasn't heard my freestyle in a long time, so I was rapping about cats. So, and on the phone lives, I've not done the phone lives in a while, but I'll go on the phone lives and start rapping, and that was interesting. So I would have that going on. And it's been a while since I've done it, so I was doing it for him. So that was what I was talking about. It was just random freestyling. People in chat speculating that the entire forensics team rented a bus and saved money. Okay. All right. Merry ho ho. Yeah, and we are in the jolly Christmas season. Indeed. All right. Looking at all this. Are we doing well? Okay, anything else? My cat was named Cowbell, but I named her Catty Cowbell is her middle name. All right. Okay. Okay. Michael said, I only seen two phone lives. One was Michael and or was a weird calling lady. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, Moki. This is what I'm talking about with the phone lives. Yes, that is a call-in show. That is a separate situation. So, my pardon me. The when I'm talking about a phone live is when I go on my cell phone and do a live in the garden. You've seen one or two of them. And the other type of live where someone calls into the show is a call-in show. I was being foolish. I didn't make myself clear, but yeah. Michael called in, and then another time, one of my someone I know from a while back called in. I believe that's the one we're referring to. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you only seen two call-in shows. I used to do them very frequently, but we'll do it more when what's the time for it? Because I mean I don't really mind. Anyone can call in if they want to, but it's since we have a little group, it's more scheduled. But yeah, the phone of the cell phone live is where I get like I go on the phone and it's like alien spaceship in the garden. I haven't done that in a while. Oh yeah, Michael called in. Michael went to the courthouse in Vegas, and he showed us behind the scenes, and he saw the LC camera. He explained in detail about his opinions on the trial. He talked to one of the lawyers that Devine had. It was really cool, really cool. Maybe a gateway to trial theme rap videos on the channel. Thank you, Passion. Very good idea. Absolutely. Opossums galore. The possums have ran through everywhere. Now it's time to shut the door. Actually, don't shut the door. The possums are going to be heading through because they're coming back the other way. Hi, it's a little possum in Alien's garden, wobbling back and forth, sniffing and searching for critters to consume. Oh, look, it sees a water. It's going to start sucking it in like a vacuum cleaner. Oh, look, I see a little grasshopper. It's going to chase after it. And then the possum, everything stops for a second. Guess what the possum sees? The possum sees another possum. Now it's really hungry. And this possum remembers that possum owed him some cat treats. Because sometimes these possums don't pay each other back loans. So they start blowing up like a balloon and they chase after the other possum. And they waddle back and forth. And they start making their hissing noises and their roaring noises. And they chase each other all around. And Matt and I are watching this with popcorn. We don't even need cable or anything. We don't need Netflix. You just need to watch the possums go back and forth in circles and chase each other all over the place. And then now we have new cats. There's new outside cats. There is Midnight, which I've called Kajiro because he's kind of like a samurai that I heard about in history. And the other cat is named Claude. And Claude the other day was getting angry because he saw Midnight the cat. And then his adrenaline pumped up. He got charged up, like Tesla rocket, and he blasted off and chased the cat over the fence. Mary Toodles was not pleased with this. And then there's the other cat, Bubbles' brother, the white cat, and sometimes they all get in a tussle. Sometimes they're neutral, and they all just sit and watch each other with a Mexican standoff. The other cat, Claude, was disciplined today, and he sat there and just watched Midnight and didn't attack not one time. I think the cat world is certainly going in its prime. Oh, you know Michael for years in LC. Okay. Yeah, his historic call-in was great. Look, I don't even mind replaying that stream for y'all. I don't mind doing it. Okay, and actually, I did get valuable insight about the effects of the lawyers working well together with the judge. You see less objections when you'd expect them. Oh, okay. Nice. I saw a possum that I bet was 60 pounds. He lived near the dumpster. Oh, I'm sure he had all the food he needed then. Michael gave us relevant intel about the room layout, which gave context to the way things were operating, read the camera constantly embracing the ceiling. Very well said. You heard they're going to domestic North American raccoons and sell them as pets in general public. I didn't know that, Remy. They're going to do that with the raccoons? Well, there are some people that have raccoons as pets. Certainly there's people that feed raccoons. Oh, you'll catch the replay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I didn't know that they're going to start domesticating raccoons and releasing them to the public. But I do know that there's some people that have raccoons and possums as pets. And it's an eccentric pet to have. Just like the coracle cat, that's a big, giant, scary cat that likes to scream all the time. It's a screaming cat. It's the size of like a bobcat, like a dog, and it's a very beautiful cat, but it's like scary, and it goes, and it's like on YouTube, and it looks like it's about to kill somebody, but it doesn't. Another thing I was interested, okay, and all right, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I had no idea what you were talking about, Alien, and don't know what you did, but I'm still here. Okay, Nan. Okay, thank you. All right, and 95% of Devin Michaels, but I've been watching so many trials. Vegas one. All right. Has anyone seen Diddy Doc 50 Cent did? I didn't see that, but I got to look at that one. Thank you. And also there's let's see, 50 Cent. Yeah, allegedly they're already evolving to near humans for food. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Moki. I did not hear about that. They're not mean, they're criminal. Right. Okay, I have this there's a 50 Cent documentary on Diddy. Nice. Yeah, he would certainly, that would be very interesting to see. He would know about that stuff. Y'all, I have the biggest groundhogs here, and they're so fat, and they have wrinkles, and when they run, fat goes from worlds backwards. It's hilarious of watching them. Okay. We had a raccoon as a pet in my fraternity house in college. He was fourth generation tame raccoon. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's really cool to know. Does anyone know the Courtney Clinton trial supposed to start? It was supposed to start December 1st, but I think it's been moved. It's been moved, Kim. It's they don't know. There has not been a court date set. I'm gonna see if that has changed, but it's not been set. Yeah, they are always stealing from the dumpsters, and they always have a mask on. Okay, Nan, thank you for hanging out with us. and unwinding. Thank you for being with us. Take care. No, John says, OMG, I feed the raccoons when I lived in Asheville. They would hang around the dumpster. They would get stuck in a dumpster, and I would put a stick in a dumpster to help them out. They love the grabs. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It's not been scheduled yet. Now, the current status of the Courtney Clenny trial, the case expected to stand trial sometime in the first quarter of 2026, according to her defense attorneys. Yeah, we watched the police interrogation footage of that, and it didn't. It was interesting analysis, completely narcissistic. But yeah, Michael, it's scared, scary. Yep. A bond hearing for Clenny took place in December 5, 25, where the defense made another attempt to secure her release from jail while she awaits trial, and she has been held without bond since her arrest in August 22. I wonder which one of us is entitled to the hand design patent. Yeah, well, there's galactic legal battles over that patent right now. And it looks like Remy beat Passion to it because there's lots of battles over that patent. I didn't know raccoons love grapes. Okay, in the next steps, deadline was set for the prosecution and defense to respond to various legal findings by December 5, but a new trial date has yet to be determined. Remy the Lightning Cat. Yeah. The case has been faced several delays due to various motions, including defense claims, prosecutorial misconduct, and disputes over preserving evidence. Right. And that is about that case. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to definitely be a good one, indeed. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Well, thank you, Remy. That's very sweet to share your raccoon earnings with us. Okay. All right. Possums originated in South America and descendants of some of the oldest known mammals, with ancestors dating back to around 70 million years to the time of the dinosaurs. So the possums originate from South America, and they migrated upward. Migrated between North and South America until the continents separated after Cretaceous period. In isolation, possums diversified rapidly in South America, becoming major components of the area there. You're welcome. All right, so just the fact about raccoon and about the possums rather. Let's see, the raccoons probably came from here too. All right, Remy says, okay, next time, peeps, say hi to Froggy if you see him tonight. All right, if we see Froggy, I'll tell him hello for you. All right, and good night. Okay, so we are, yeah. Frog was here a couple of days yesterday, maybe the day before. I don't know about yesterday, but like 2 days, like over the weekend, he was there. But no one is like. I was like, they weren't here yet, but they some people came in later. But yeah, so he's doing all right though. I saw him over the weekend. Yes, passion. If you see him, tell him. She said hello. All right, OMG, we had pet raccoons as kids, and they really are sweet and smart, and their hands do work a lot like ours. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Let's see. Thanks, passion. I like thanks. I like that. Raccoons' front paws are remarkably similar to humans' hands in appearance and dexterity, but with a key difference: they lack an opposable thumb. 5 digits. Raccoons have five long, slender fingers like toes on their front paws, similar to human fingers. High dexterity. They possess exceptional manual, allowing them to grasp, pull, twist, and manipulate objects with great ease, a skill set comparable to that of primates. They can open jars, unlatch cages, and even turn doorknobs. Biminal coordination. Like humans, raccoons are capable of using their both paws to perform separate but coordinated tasks, such as holding a container with one paw and reaching into with the other. When I was little, I was walking around the more wooded area and I saw a raccoon and it was standing up on its hind legs. I was like, "Whoa!" I didn't expect that to happen. It was standing up on its hind legs and then it like went back down. So they could stand up sometimes. It's usually brief. High sensitivity. The paws are packaged with a high density of sensory receptors, which makes their senses of touch incredibly important. Nearly two-thirds of their brain sensory perceptions are is devoted to processing these tactical interpretations, letting their paws, enhancing the sensitivity, helping them to see objects through touch. Okay. So that's some facts about their hands being similar to ours. Oh, and speaking of Diddy, during Thanksgiving, he brought Thanksgiving food to the prison. Apparently. All right. Passion says, according to the article I read ages ago, dexterous fingers are linked to long activity. Got to get those fingers exercising and daily. Good to know. Thank you. There's a exercise for your hand where it's like this thing. You squeeze it. That's a way to exercise the fingers and the hands. And recently, there's been some Mary Toodles brought up to me that there's some hearings going on with about Luigi Mangione and it's something that is ongoing. I've not seen anything on LC about it, but it's something I've been seeing headlines for, and it's something that's been going on. Let's see. The evidence suppression hearing is ongoing in New York for Luigi. The let's see. Evidence disputed core and current evidence in defense efforts to exclude key evidence from the trial, including items found in Mangione's backpack, like loaded pew pew gun magazine to-do list. There's a code word for gun is pew pew, by the way. Arguing that they were obtained through an illegal search without a warrant and before rigorously read his Miranda rights. And police testimony, body camera footage, Mangione's arrest and subsequent requesting was played in court. Officers testified that they searched his property at the time of the arrest as a standard protocol. And one point, the officer mentioned concern for bombs. Testimonies also revealed Mangione gave a fake name ID during the initial confrontation. Handwritten notes found in Mangione's possession were entered into evidence in these lists, dated the day after. Shooting included items like buy black shoes, white striped, hint of pluck eyebrows, and the phrase keep momentum, FBI slower overnight. And the demeanor of Mangione appeared in court in good health, was seen engaging with his lawyers, and at one point even pumping his fist for photographs. An officer also testified that while being let out the arrangement last year, Mangione remarked, "All these people are here for mass murder wild." Okay. So he put a photo with the fist pumping. Yeah. So that's the update about that. And let's see. And that seems to be for trial news, what's going on. Okay, so now we go to the next part. Dexter Stingers, okay. Yeah, so now I'm going to do the reaction part of watching some of the... So we covered the trial stuff that's going on, and there doesn't seem to be any new updates about the other thing with Maya Hernandez. I don't know if there was not anything today about it, so let's... There was this individual that Mermaid and I were discussing, Stephen Stearns. So I'll tell you all a little bit about that case. We were talking about it over the weekend. Some of y'all might know about it, but I'll go and talk about it here. Let's see. So, Stephen Stearns, he took the plea deal and he did crimes against and sexual abuse of his girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter, Madeline Soto. He took a plea deal just as his 6 crimes trial was set to begin, Stearns reached an abrupt plea deal agreement with prosecution. He pleaded guilty to over 20 counts of sexual offenses and no contest to the first-degree murder of Madeline Soto. As a result of the deal plea, prosecutors withdrew their intention to seek the death penalty. A judge sentenced Stearns to 21 concurrent life sentences in prison without possibility of parole. So that was something we were talking about, and there's been some phone calls between him and other people that she brought to my attention. I'm going to play some of those. Let's go here. Alright, I think this is right here. Let's go. Yeah, this is one of them. Jail call with the father. Okay, so let's go here. Twenty-one life sentences. That should cover it. Yes. And these phone calls are new and going around, and we're going to be reacting to it. Yeah, definitely. Let's go here. Alright, here's the first jail call with the father. Okay.
Your call again.
No problem. So how are you eating? What's the food like?
The food is terrible, and for a while they had me on a cardiac diet.
What's a cardiac diet?
Heart healthy diet, basically, because my blood pressure was so ginormously high while I was here. And then I dropped 25 pounds in 2 months.
Really? Okay. Well, took care of the weight gain you put on.
Yeah, and then some, you know, if this keeps up like it is, I'll be back to the same weight I was at high school within another week or so.
Yeah, I'm just a couple pounds shy of my weight from high school. I'm down to almost 170 pounds.
Well, I was 177.4 when they weighed me on May 1st.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What kind of part are you getting? Are you getting any out time, or they keep you locked up 23 and out 1?
No, I'm just confined 24/7.
You're not let out at all?
Nope. Just take showers and whatever, but to move back and forth. But that's it. Otherwise, I'm just strictly confined. People aren't even allowed to move when I'm out and moving around. Like, they lock down everything around me when I'm moving.
You got any reading material, books or anything?
Yeah, mental health has been giving me some books. They've been printing out some Sudoku puzzles for me. So I've been trying to keep my mind occupied, but it's hard to get new books. And the books that I have, I've reread, 3-4 times a piece now at this point.
So we can arrange to ship books to you?
I think so. As I understand, Amazon packages are acceptable here.
Yeah, we need to know what kind of books to send you.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got a list of books that I can give to Sheila that she can pass along to you, hopefully.
Okay. You want to share some of the authors and the titles or something so we can jump on that now?
Yeah, I'd like some Michael Crichton books.
Okay.
So things like Jurassic Park, Timeline, Sphere, Eaters of the Dead.
Okay, so let that in. Okay.
And
so give me the titles again.
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Timeline.
All right.
Sphere,
Okay.
and Eaters of the Dead.
Years of the dead.
It's, if you remember the movie The 13th Warrior, it's the book that was based on.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Just about all
I
the
like that
Antonio
movie.
Banderas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was based on that book.
Okay. All right.
Ready Player One.
What?
Ready Player One.
I saw that movie.
Yeah. Well, the book is way better. And I guess maybe if you can get me a book on like card games or something like that, I'm going to try to pick up a deck of cards from commissary so I can play solitaire or whatever when I get bored.
Okay.
So
All right.
any book that has, basically the rules for the most popular card games, especially, card games for one.
What about a book of Sudoku games?
Yeah, that would be great too.
Okay.
And there's other stuff too, like Murder on the Orient Express, the Agatha Christie mysteries or any of the Sherlock Holmes series.
Okay.
Things like that, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Moby Dick, Jules Verne, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or Journey to the Center of the Earth. Things like that would be good too.
All right.
Yeah, and like there's a bunch of I've got like over 40 titles I have on the list, but I could pass that on to Sheila just to keep from overwhelming you guys now.
Okay. I put money in your account.
Okay. Like I said, I'll try to pick up a pack of playing cards on my next order, and I figured out some budget friendly items finally. I'm getting hard candies, so things like Starlight Mints, root beer barrels. Those are giving me good bang for my buck. One bag of root beer barrels is lasting me at least 3 days, as opposed to eating, one Snickers bar for a couple bucks and change. I can spend $1.95 on a bag of root beer barrels and get, about 3 days worth of enjoyment out of that.
Do you know if we can send you candy?
I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. I wish, because I'd love Mexican candy, but I don't think. I think I can only order through the commissary. Everything on the commissary has gone up in price about 10 cents across the board.
Yeah.
So I was getting coffees and then the artificial sweeteners, but now with the coffee and the artificial sweetener together, that's about 96 cents per cup, the coffee alone is now 85 instead of 75, so I think I'm going to say goodbye to the artificial sweetener and just take the coffee black and regular.
Okay.
Just to save money, because I'm not trying to push it up to almost $1 a cup,
Yeah.
Beyond that, I get sleeves of saltine crackers. That comes with about 40 crackers in it for about $1.75. So that's decent bang for my buck too. I can crunch on a few of those in between meals or when I just want something in my stomach.
I know this dude's trying to open up a bookstore, and he's complaining about everything. He murdered and molested a young girl, but all he's concerned about is all the books he needs to get because he's going to be bored. So, yeah, it's and he's talking about the coffee and things like that. This dude's crazy, dude. If you need to commit a crime, you should move to Minnesota. They use fresh produce, real dairy, milk, and eggs, and catered to their prisoners. Okay, Passion, thank you for the fun fact. I don't think I'm planning on doing anything, but, a fun fact is a fun fact. There you go. Thank you. I didn't know, I thought the entire country, pretty much the entire country, it's, not the best circumstances to be in there. So I didn't know that about Minnesota. All right. Now continuing.
And I was getting some drink mixes like Hawaiian Punch. That was about $4.60, and I could get about 16 servings out of that. But I have to buy the whole box for $4.60, and between that and the coffee and the saltines and the hard candies, it just gets to be too much for order, you know.
So I wonder if we could send you playing cards, or you have to probably got to get that through the commissary. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, probably have to get it to the commissary. But I did get toothbrush and toothpaste, and I've got deodorant. So that's good. That's an improvement.
How are you sleeping?
Not great, because, you know, the places that they're isolating me right now, which is the Bravo pod and the medical pod, are places where they keep people that have some serious mental health issues. So, you know, you have a lot of banging on the doors, screaming throughout the night, and just generally lunatic behavior surrounding you and keeping you awake all night.
Well, you should be used to that with the dogs barking.
Yeah, it's a little different than that. You know, the dogs aren't hearing voices that are telling them to do horrible things in the cell next to you.
Yeah, you just don't understand what you're saying. That's the difference.
Yeah, maybe not. They're probably just as crazy as anybody here, I'm sure.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
That's how much they stay confined. I spoke to the mental health director the other day, and she confirmed that these phone calls are also public records, so literally the news channels can walk in and say, hey, I want his phone calls, and they can't suppress that.
Yeah.
So obviously we got to be careful about what we're talking about, which is why I don't want to get into too much detail about the case or anything pertaining to it until at least, you know, the trial is well underway.
Okay.
But basically in regards to, you know, the minimum sentences and all that, I mean, if the charges stay at the level they're at and every one of them sticks, obviously that's going to be an issue. So I really need to get them de-escalated because they've been artificially escalated up to the maximum level as it is, and try to mitigate somewhat and try to salvage the situation any way I can.
Well, obviously that's all going to be sorted out, but okay.
Ask Sheila to give you the definition of first degree, because apparently it doesn't mean what we thought it did. It doesn't mean premeditated murder. There's something that has to do with that happened in the course of it or after it, but it's not what you think.
On the piece of paper that they gave you says premeditated murder.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, again, all that will come out in the wash once.
I mean, obviously, it's all bullshit.
Once they get Jen out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. You know, those two are my favorite people in the world. So, I mean, there's no reason I would want, especially no reason I would ever want her gone for any reason.
Yeah.
So it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know what basis they have for making that charge or that claim. As I understand it, I think the truth just doesn't matter too much to them. They're just trying to hit me as hard as they can, truth be damned.
Yeah.
And with all the negative media coverage and all that, you know, it's what they can get the jury to believe in. As far as I'm concerned, you know, the jury pool is probably tainted, as tainted as it can be at this point. They're going to be willing to believe the worst, and I'm probably winding up to have a not very fair trial.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is that.
So we'll just, you know, again, we're in the dark. We're clueless as to what's going on. So, you know, I guess when you hear it, we'll hear it. But until then, you know, we'll try to get you some books and try to sort all this out when it starts to be played out, so we can get a better understanding of what's going on, because we're just totally in the dark about all this.
Yeah, and when you're ordering stuff on Amazon for me, like the books, do you know how it needs to be addressed?
I will get that information before I do that.
Well, I have the information right here in front of me if you want it.
Okay, just a second. Okay, go ahead.
So it's going to be inmate name and identification number.
All right, inmate name and ID. Okay.
Osceola County.
Okay.
P.O. Box 9127.
9127.
Seminole, Florida.
Okay. I know it's going over to Seminole. Okay. Florida. Okay. Zip.
33775-9127.
All right. So inmate ID, inmate name and ID, Osceola County, P.O. Box 9127, Seminole, Florida 33775-9127.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I'll just make sure that the packages are approved by the administration, because they will not be permitted unless they're previously approved by administration. So when mental health comes to talk to me, I'll make sure that we can have that approved so that you guys can send that to me, because I presume Amazon counts as a distributor.
A publisher, yes.
Yeah, publisher and distributor, so that should be doable.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could have that.
All right. So, if you call back in a couple of days, I'll probably have an idea of what we ordered and what's coming.
All right, perfect. And
All right.
I'll ask to talk to mental health tomorrow just to make sure that that is, in fact, going to be approved for me. Otherwise, I'll have to return it to sender.
Okay.
Good night, no drama. Thank you for coming.
Okay. All right.
So,
Should I hold off until you do?
Yeah, just hold off until I know that it's approved, just so I can get confirmation from them, and then I'll give you a call ASAP and let you know that it's approved.
Okay. Okay.
All right, just keep that information handy in the list, and then I'll provide my book wish list to Sheila, so that she can give you anything else that she needs.
Stephen, find out if you can get any of the candies that you want, or the Harvard sticks
you can't.
from Amazon.
You can't. Well, okay, ask about Amazon. But
Yeah, because they'll be coming straight from Amazon. So just see if that is allowed.
1 minute.
I can ask, but I can guarantee that it's probably not going to be allowed.
Yeah.
Her deal.
All right. Sounds like we're on a minute countdown here.
Yep, on the minute countdown. Well, guys, I'm working to get this mitigated. The mental health director said that just the trial process alone could take up to 2 or 3 years to complete. She's seen other high-profile cases in here that took that long to get through it, so I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to keep you guys updated as much as I can.
Okay.
Understood.
All right? I love you very much, and I'll call you back for the next couple days, okay?
All right. Love you too.
All right. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
All right, and thank you, Passion. Passion says you should also prepare your digestion by trying canned proteins in prison. You get a lot of tinned canned chicken, turkey meat, beans, and peas, taxpayer funded. Okay. Thank you again for the info. All right. Look at some more of these calls. Let's see.
In the state that she was in after everything was said and done. So, obviously I can't get into detail, but no, I was not aware that she had passed on. As you know, I'm up and down throughout the night, and I was not in the room the whole time. I would have died for her. A very large part of me died when she did.
Well, I'm assuming that they are treating you for PTSD because you found the body.
I had gone downstairs for a while, and by the time I realized anything was wrong, it was just far too late. She'd been gone for a while. Just seeing her pale face and blue lips and how ice cold she was, and
They were butting heads like two Rocky Mountain lambs.
Yeah, they got physical on a couple of occasions. She was aware that I had certain feelings towards me. She used to joke and say, you better not leave me for my daughter when she's older.
So she was fine. So what happens between 11 and whenever you found her?
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? And she passed away, and I suffered a catastrophic mental breakdown at that point. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did not.
Alrighty, I'm still on the mend, as you can probably tell from my voice, but I still wanted to film this quick intro. Stephen Stern's jail calls. Thanks to the docket on YouTube or whatever, and smelling their puppy breath.
That's not the one I'm talking about. That's just to show you that the popcorn buckets look like other things. But in that same box, you'll see a silvery gray-looking sort of box with wheels on the bottom and a brown shoulder strap attached to it. That's the mouse droid. In that should be my watch.
The mouse what?
The
Mouse
what?
droid. M-O-U-S-E droid.
Okay.
What is a mouse droid?
It's
Passion says there also something served in prison called the Nutriloaf, a baked thing made from leftovers and baked into bread, like into a bread lump, apparently reserved for misbehaving inmates. Scared? Oh yeah, that sounds like a monstrosity. Like it's a monster meatloaf with eyes and it moves. That's what it sounds like. Scared. Oh, thank you. No drama. I appreciate it very much. You are amazing, and I thank you for being with us tonight. I appreciate you very much.
It looks like a little, almost like a remote control car from Power. You can Google it and see what it looks like, and then find the thing that looks like that with a brown strap attached to it. In that should be my watch, though.
I think we've been through about everything.
All right, Purple Dragon. All right, well, make a note of that.
The Purple Dragon is in the mouse droid, but the mouse droid is in the same box as the Purple Dragon.
Okay.
You got that?
Well, maybe I'll find the Rolex too, because we still haven't found that.
I never had the Rolex.
Okay. Where is that blue and white little ceramic box that you had that you put stuff in?
That would have been.
Absolutely, Mermaid. This dude is completely. He's obsessed with himself. He lacks the empathy for anything else but himself, and he is careless about the behavior and how he talks about the crime. Definitely, indeed.
In his storage somewhere.
Okay, I thought you had it.
No. No, that would be somewhere in storage. So if you guys cleaned out the storage unit, then you may have come across it already.
Well, listen, we've got a lot of boxes that we're still going through. So.
Okay.
And
that's fine.
Well, the boxes we just stuck in the garage. So there's no place to put it.
Well, it'll be in one of those boxes.
Okay, Dave.
Anyway.
We'll be looking for it, that's for sure.
Yep, and look for that wristwatch inside the mouse droid.
Okay.
It's in the same box as the Purple Dragon, okay?
Okay. Definitely look.
Yeah, you'll see a whole bunch of other Disney collectibles.
We're having trouble getting any cooperation with the classification people there to get you to sign the POA so we can get the car sold and start a little slush fund here for you for there.
Really?
But, yeah.
Well, they say because of where you're incarcerated that.
All right, Passion says, I think the military and camping industry should work with prisons to develop cheap nutrition pastes and bars that fill all the dietary needs rather than doing their own thing state to state. Interesting. Very cool. Very cool. The military camping industry should work with the prisons to develop cheap nutrition pastes and bars, fill the dietary needs rather than doing it their own state to state. A lot of prisons are also privately owned. Another thing. So, and the military food, I've eaten military food before because of hurricanes. I know about camping food because of I think camping's interesting, so that's an interesting idea. Yeah. A lot of it's privately done, so very cool suggestions. Indeed. And no drama says, I lived in Kissimmee before I moved to NC. This guy is a scumbag. 100%. Absolutely a scumbag. Yes, indeed. He is rotten and vile. Complete snake. And I'm glad that you also know about this. Prisons, in different countries, the prisons are different. And a lot of times, also, as I said yesterday, there's people like this guy that are really just, they're going to do evil things no matter what. But there's people with like lesser offenses that will go in there. It might come out worse than they did before. And there's just like this cycle of crime that is continuous. There was a scene from Walk the Line where this is not really a spoiler, but it's like in the beginning. But unfortunately, I might be spoiling things. But it's a 20-year-old movie. But anyway, I could have left the movie part out, but it is what it is. So I guess it's hypothetical spoiler alert, but this is about prisons in general where the water might be discolored, right? And still in prisons today, there's discoloration with some of the water. And yeah, there are people like this guy and people that are like Baker that are just evil, or Monica Cimatelli. We see a lot of wicked people that hurt children, stuff like that. Yeah, they need to be put in a dungeon probably, but definitely with regarding the prison, yeah, the water too is not the most appetizing either. In some parts, allegedly. But there's like some videos of it because there's some prisons where they'll have phones and they film stuff in prisons. I don't think it's universal, but some of them have different types of water systems, things like that. And what Passion's suggesting, I've never heard of it before, and I like seeing new ideas like this. Really cool. How can I kiss you if I can't find you kissing me? Hilarious. Very witty. All right.
That can't be facilitated with bringing a document back and having it signed. So we told your attorneys about it, and we told them that we would overnight the POA. They could take it in, have you sign it, and I would include a self-addressed returned overnight envelope so they could just drop it off and send it to us. So maybe you can have that conversation with them.
Yeah, because bringing me documents to sign has not been a problem before. When the media asked for my consent for interviews, I had officers literally bring me a form and ask me if I wanted to sign it for consent or not. So I don't think that's really the issue.
So the media's reached out and tried to schedule interviews with you, and you
2 or 3 times.
accepted or declined? Yeah.
Did you talk to them?
No, I've declined every time.
Okay, Michael, have a good evening. Thank you for coming. Peace.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it wouldn't do me any good right now.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you could have that conversation with your attorneys, that would be great.
Yeah, that should be able to be arranged.
We got a new copy of your birth certificate for them.
Okay.
Which I was going to bring over for them so I can overnight that as well. So again, have that conversation that I could overnight the package along with the POA. They could take the POA into you, have you sign it, and then we could, and then I would include a return envelope as well, and they can send it back to us.
Yeah. As far as the birth certificate, I guess we would just have that included with whatever my belongings they took into storage when I was booked.
Say that again?
No, I don't know, this is for something that they're doing. They wanted to get your records from Sarasota Memorial and from Irvine, California for the kidney surgery, and both of those have their own forms that you have to sign them because you're an adult. You're no longer a minor. I can't sign for them. But, so that's going as well.
He's no longer a minor.
Do you have those documents?
Yes, they're in the,
Oh, okay.
What county was I born in? That's Kane County, right?
Yeah.
And Moki says, I keep going down the rabbit holes on Twitter. Well, there's lots of rabbit holes to go down over there on Twitter. And I've gotten lost myself on there with the rabbit holes. And there's different things that I've seen from what you showed me with the different alien theories. That was pretty really cool too. So I like those myself, is what I'm trying to say. I remember he said, hope you having a good night. I'm on the phone with the brother. That's good. That's good. Nice, more kissing me. LOL, yeah. Yeah. There's lots of rabbit holes, especially about the 3-Eye Atlas that's out there. That was another rabbit holes that I've gone down, and it's like in a thread, and it leads to another thread and another video. Yeah. So, and this fella right here, he's like a Wade Wilson type person. He really... These calls I'm glad Mermaid told me about are extremely cringe. Oh, and Emoki, if you find any alien stuff or something like that, you always feel free to send it here. I'll look at it. I like that one you sent me recently with the USOs. We could write a whole series of romance novels based on Kissing Me. We could write romance novels, and we could make like a new Twilight type series with that too. Like you could make movies and plays and everything, and music out of it too. Yeah, like, Kissing Me is like the key to the romance world. Indeed, yeah. Whoever came up with that, or wherever it comes from, that was gold for us in this time period. Right. Just down the hill from Celibacy Point. Right.
Yeah. So we have your birth certificate.
What was the name of the hospital?
I don't know. Is it on the birth certificate?
yeah.
Does it matter?
I was just wondering if I ever need to find it for any reason.
Well,
Oh, hello, Aaron. What a wonderful surprise. Hope you've been having a good time with the homeschooling and the other stuff that you're doing, all the activities you're doing out there. Awesome. Okay, hope you, my prayers, you always. Alright, and what we're doing now is reviewing some of the calls from Stephen Stearns. He's cringe. And we have been reviewing some of the cases that we've been talking about in trials. So yeah, shout out to you, Aaron, of course. And if there's anything new to share, feel free to if you'd like. So yeah. Aaron, hello, Moki, and I'm doing okay. Oh, glad you're doing okay, Mermaid. Awesome.
Kane County would have it.
Yeah. Okay.
The hospital doesn't have it. Kane County does.
Okay. So I'll just contact the court for Kane County, I guess?
Yeah. So it was like $45 to get this copy of this birth certificate. It doesn't say which hospital.
Okay. But Kane County.
But it has, I'm sorry, Copley Memorial Hospital.
Copley?
Yeah.
Was it C or K?
C.
C, okay. Copley Memorial.
Oh, okay. Okay. Dookie time. Yeah. Oh, you're busy in your thought. Oh, I miss you too, Aaron. I miss you too very much. I was thinking about you earlier, so it's like, great. I sent her a telepathic signal to come chill for a few minutes because I was thinking earlier, like, I was like, I haven't seen her in about a minute here. Yeah. I appreciate all of you and shout out to everybody in chat. Oh, yeah, we do a very sweet passion.
In Kane County. Okay. Just if I ever need to get that, and I don't have anyone to rely on, it would help.
We're trying to get a hold of your attorneys that handled the things when you and Joey got run over. But it's changed so much, and the partners are split up, and I think one of them is in California that would be the one I wanted to talk to, but I've called and left him a message, and he hasn't returned the call.
Okay.
So we're trying to do anything that they asked us to do on Ireland, we're doing. And so I don't know. We get pushback sometimes when we ask for information, but
don't worry.
One of them informed me that she was a criminal attorney, not a civil attorney, and getting a POA done was not part of her business.
That was probably Alicia.
Could have been.
Yeah, she's a no-nonsense type.
Well, if she has your best interest in mind, it'd be his best interest to get it done so that we can keep you funded.
Yeah, well, one thing at a time, I guess. If you guys can find my watch, that will be another step in the right direction. It's in there.
There's okay. I just hope that it's somehow that you can really identify it because
Identify what?
Where is that? What the box?
Okay, leave it on that. We'll just keep it.
Top of the dragon, mastermind. Top of the mastermind.
Okay.
Just watch it inside. Okay. Okay. What else is new with you guys?
Just going to church, doing open houses. We're studying the Book of Romans. I would love for you to read that.
And Lacey's going to have puppies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss that. I love all those little happy little wagging tails and bright eyes and smell all that puppy breath.
Oh, yes.
Do you know when your court date's going to be yet?
No clue. Might not be for another couple months. It depends if they even need my testimony at all. Which, you would hope they would, but, at some point I assume I am going to see the inside of a courtroom.
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty strange trial without it.
Yeah. Well, there's been no news at all. So everything's just kind of status quo from where it was last time. Where have you been for the last week?
Couldn't make a call for a little while. Some of the people that work the night shift, as I said, are not as nice to me. So I've been waiting for people who are. And then, well, I got sick as well, so I've been sick for a few days.
Cold?
Presumably, yes. I've had a pretty bad fever and a sore throat, some serious pressure on my left inner ear. Yeah, like I said, this place is filthy and unsanitary, and obviously they don't clean these cells before they bring a new person into it.
Did they move you again?
Yeah, they moved me again as well. So I moved out of the room with the ants, and now I'm back into the room with the ants again, too.
Oh, well, familiar friends.
Yeah, they just love moving me, especially around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm comfortable and trying to fall asleep. I think they do it just to mess with me, honestly.
Well, if that's all they do, then be happy.
Yeah, well, it's hard to be happy though.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could. People have survived a lot worse than this, but
Yes.
we'll see what happens, I guess.
So when it happens,
It's air conditioned in there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So I've got that at least for now. Although one little room they put me in before was tiny and did not have air conditioning, or at least the air was not circulating in there, so it was hot, it was stifling, it smelled like a little dog kennel. I'm glad they moved me out of that.
Did you got enough bedding to keep warm at night?
Well, I have one mat and one little thin, scratchy wool blanket.
No sheets on the mat, I assume?
No pillow, no sheets, nothing.
Okay. Well, it's not the Ritz or the Holiday Inn.
1 minute
No.
remaining.
Oh, there's a 1 minute one. God, these 15 minutes go by so fast, just like my break at work. So I'll try to call you back in another 15 minutes. You know the drill. If you don't hear back from me again, day or two.
Okay.
Okay?
okay, we love you, honey.
Love you too, Mama Bear, but I will try to call you back in 15 minutes if possible.
We'll be hovering over the phone.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
The time is 8:09 p.m.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hey, the guard just let me know that she's going to need the phone back in about 5 minutes. I think someone else wants to make a call.
Okay.
So this will have to be brief. Probably the last one of the night, but I'll push it till she needs it back.
All right. Well, better than nothing.
Yep. So anyway.
Waiting for you to call back was wrong.
What's that?
Just waiting for you to call back seemed like forever.
Turn right on.
Then it just goes by quickly when we talk.
Yep. Same for me. Time creeps by when I'm waiting to call back, and then just slides by real quickly when we're talking there. Just like I said, just like my breaks at work, 15 minutes is never quite as long as you think it is.
Yeah.
But
Hey, how's your eyes? Do you need reading glasses?
if I did, I don't know what kind I would need. For now, they serve their purpose. But even my attorneys noticed at some point that I did seem like I had to kind of squint to look at what I was reading.
Okay.
I think it just depends on how tired I am, how strained my eyes are, all that. But yeah.
What do they have provisions there to provide reading glasses, or what?
Yeah,
or can you have reading glasses?
You can get reading glasses off the commissary, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you check into that and see which ones work for you? And I guess that's the only place you can get them, right?
Yeah, probably. But that would be a matter of trial and error because they have like 3 or 4 different magnifications. I think I have no idea which I would need.
Well, try 150, 1.50, and then go to 175, and we'll see which works.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I mean, can you try them on?
I think you just have to buy them. I don't think you get to try them. There's no way to make the order and pay for it and then send it back, you know.
Well, what if they don't work? Can you send them back?
He just said you can't.
I don't know how that works. I could ask somebody, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll find out. How much are they?
Like $3 or something like that.
$3?
Something like that. I'm not sure.
What are they, like paper 3D glasses?
They're plastic.
Oh yeah, I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, I think it could be more. They might be $4 or $5 or $6, something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, could be even $12. I don't remember. I mean, I saw them, but I don't remember how much the price was.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
How you doing with your stuff that you got from the commissary? Do you have enough to?
He's fat and sassy.
Yeah, I've got enough coffee, hard candies, and saltine crackers to last me through the end of the month here.
Well, that's a couple more days.
Yeah, the other snacks kind of went faster than I expected them to, so I think from now on I'm just going to stick to coffee, hard candies, and saltine crackers.
Yeah, well, once you get your books, you'll have something to occupy your time.
Yeah, but hard candies, saltines, and coffee, those have seemed to give me the best bang for it.
Okay. All right.
Chips and things like that, the pickles and all that, it just doesn't last the way you want it to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard to have just one per day, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with the meals like they are. And, you know, you never feel full after a meal, so you always feel like in your stomach, especially after dinner, because that's around 6 or 7, and then there's nothing else until like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, and you know me, I'm
you've had a lifetime of snacking all night long.
Yeah, well, plus my metabolism doesn't help.
Yeah. So.
See, what's really killing me though is my back and my hips.
The bed.
Yeah, the quote-unquote bed. You know, your bones can right through and rest on the floor underneath. So, you know, it hurts your hips and then your knees are resting against each other, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And when the lights are on, in these pods and suicide watch and medical, the lights are always on overhead, and so they're real bright. So you try to find a way to block it out, and any way you lay is just terrible.
Yeah.
And you get all the debris from the floor that ends up on your mat and your blanket, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Just really keep hoping that something's going to break in my favor with this trial.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I have to have hope about something, you know. I have to maintain some sort of hope, otherwise I've got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was giving my guardian angel one time.
Well, you've been there. You've been there for what? 3 months now?
Yeah, at the end of this month it'll be 3 months.
March, April. Yep, 3 months. So.
Well, like I said, the whole process could take 2 or 3 years before it's concluded. So, and I've already been told that if the prosecution is smart, that they'll drag it out as long as they can.
Yeah.
So, who knows what's going to happen? So, just keep hoping we can find something.
Well, you know, as soon as you get some reading material and we know that arrives safely, then we can arrange for other stuff.
Yep. That will be good, having my own little mini library with stuff that I like to read, instead of just what, you know.
So when they move you from cell to cell, how do you move your stuff around?
I toss it all in my blanket, close my blanket up, fold my blanket up into my mat, and then push it.
Oh, they move you, blanket, and mat.
Yep. Typically they'll move me with the mat, but if they don't, I'll take my blanket and everything and just hope that they clean the mat in the new cell well enough, which last time they did not.
Yeah. Right.
I found a whole wad of shit underneath at one time.
Yeah, so you get to, well, you should, you know, maybe you can complain to management.
No.
Yeah, well, I'll be sure to include it in my Yelp review.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 star, accommodations suck. Food terrible.
Yeah. Well, the idea is not to be there, but but too late for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, Stefan, I could never have imagined that we would all be in this situation. I just couldn't. There's no way I could have ever even visualized this. It's just awful.
Yeah, me either, to be honest.
Well, I mean, things kind of went sideways, whatever happened with, so you knew that was going to go down a rat hole.
Yeah, well, I never in a million years that she would not be around anymore, so.
Yeah. So, once that went sideways, whatever happened, you know, that was all she wrote.
Yeah, well, you know, I can handle a lot of things.
What's that?
I said, Bill has not been heard from except for an interview she did with the newspaper where she told everybody that she did sleep with you guys and she said to sleep with you in the other room.
As I was going to say, I can handle a lot of things, but one thing I just can't reconcile or figure out in my mind or wrap my head around is the fact that, you know, she doesn't get to live anymore. There were a lot of things that I wanted to see for her, you know. She had another year or so before high school. You know, learning how to drive, figuring out what she wanted to do with her life. I was excited to see where she was going, you know. I was really impressed with the person that she was finally growing into.
Well, we've got a whole lot to talk about, you know, like to own up to.
Well, again, I know you can't talk about this, but it's like, it almost sounds like you didn't know something had happened to her.
Well, I discovered her, in the state that she was in after everything was said and done. So, obviously I can't get into detail, but no, I was not aware that she had passed on. As you know, I'm up and down throughout the night, and I was not in the room the whole time. And then it's not like you just suddenly feel someone's ghost pass away from them. You know, it's a discovery. And
so she wasn't even in the same room with you?
Well, I mean, she was in the room that I started in, but you know, I'm up and down throughout the night, and I tend to wander around the house and fiddle around on my phone and step out front and feel the nice, cool night air and all that. So I was gone from the room for. I mean, obviously, I really can't get into too many details, but
yeah,
okay.
I didn't discover what had happened until just around dawn.
Okay.
Because I discovered that she was ice cold.
Oh, absolutely, Aaron. I agree. I think that, see, Mermaid and I were talking about that over the weekend about her not having faced any charges. I definitely think Jen should have faced charges. It's like, what's going on with that? There has to be something there. It's total, complete responsibility, I think, needs to be taken for this. So, and those are very cool Christmas movies. I like that. All those are very good suggestions and good ones to watch for the season. And It's a Wonderful Life has a very good message in it. It's an older Christmas movie, but that one is very important, I think, as well. So, I agree, Aaron. Absolutely. Good point. Okay. And now when this wants to do its thing, we'll continue the clip. Here we go. And learning to drive was like family therapy. It was like family therapy for me. I avoided parents a lot as a teenager and learned a car can double as a portable interrogation room. Right. Oh, hello there, Jesus. Good to see you. Welcome. And salute to you. And we are just talking about your namesake, Jesus. Yes. Yeah. We're talking about a Christmas. Yeah. And that's a very good point, Passion. It's quite an experience in itself, indeed. Right. Yes, indeed. Amen. I do too. I feel we've been having a very blessed chat tonight. Talking about the great Christmas season and Christmas cheer. And shout out to all of you. Y'all are great. Okay, what's this? Alright.
Well, all I can say, Stephen, is that my heart breaks for you because I know that's something that you never would have done and never would have wanted to have done to her.
Damn right.
Neither would we.
Damn right.
I'm angry on your behalf that it happened, and I'm angry that you got dragged into it by them. So I'm just angry.
Was there anybody else at the townhome that was not a regular person?
No, which is why I keep saying that I'm not sure that there's any one person, honestly, to blame. But they're certainly trying to blame me. And according to the autopsy report, like I said, raises a lot more questions, but they seem to be settling on trying to say it's homicide. Like I said, it has something to do with bones in her throat, but take that to mean what you will.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
But you know, I would never have done anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the same person that cried when I asked you to dispatch a little bird that broke its neck or something and was flopping around.
Yeah, you know, same person that cares about people, cries at movies.
Yes, I know.
And there was always, and then there was Skippy.
Skippy, yeah. Rue.
Jaybird.
Jaybird, yep, I remember them all. Burying them was very hard for me.
Yeah.
And
All I know, Stephen, is when I look at a picture of you and I look into your eyes, I don't see a monster there. I don't see a bad person there. I see my son who I love. And that never will change.
You see, you have a situation where you have these parents that are enabling their kid in this situation, where if somebody's doing an evil action like this, it's best to not try to encourage the bad behavior, and that's what these people are doing, in my opinion. You know, that's going to be her son. That's never going to change. That's nice, but when someone does something wicked like this, now someone's innocent of a crime, that's different, all right? But this situation, I think it's going to clear as day, and you got to watch out for people that are going to be enabling others because they don't take personal accountability ever.
well, thank you, and I know that I'm not a bad person or an evil person or a monster.
No. But you do need to dive into the Bible head first and stay in it because you need grace and you need God on your side as a warrior on your side.
I keep asking him to help me through this somehow. I know that
And you still don't have a Bible?
I have a Bible. I have a King James version.
Okay. So we're looking into getting your large print Bible. So I want to make sure that this delivery gets to you, and then I can order one from the publisher and get it to you large print, so you won't need glasses.
Well, hopefully it does. We have no idea how often they pick it up or how long it'll take to get here and get sorted and get delivered, if it does at all. But I haven't received any written notification of anything being returned yet, so.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll judge it from there, and so we'll just make sure that we're timing this right. So the Bible will occupy the majority of your time.
Yep, I keep praying to God for help, for some kind of miracle. I mean, I know I've probably run up my divine credit as far as miracles go, with my guardian angel and God working in overtime to keep me alive as long as they have.
Remaining.
But I keep hoping for one more big miracle, one big salvation. And
have you got some way to keep a journal of notes that you would take from reading the Bible?
I can get a pad of paper off the commissary, and I can get more pens and stuff too. I think my commissary is about negative $10 by this point, but I know I can get a pad of white ruled paper off of there.
Okay. So do I need to replenish the commissary yet, or wait?
If you want to, yes. But I'm not going to use it on snacks, just on essentials for now.
All right, how much do I need to put in?
$50.
Okay.
It's going to be dropped down to 40 like immediately.
Okay.
We're about to get cut off.
About out of time.
Yep, I'll talk to you later. I love you both.
I love you too. All right.
Bye.
Press 1 for English. The time is 7:48 p.m.
Stephen Stearns.
Stephen!
Osceola County Corrections Department.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking.
Hey, is this a good time?
Hold on. Yeah, I was on the phone with somebody else, and first time you called in and inadvertently hit the wrong button. Hang on, I'm going to put you on speaker. Hang on. Okay, I got you.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
John's in as well.
He's always in a well.
Yeah.
He's in a big room.
Yep, very echoey. Oh.
Did you get any of the books we sent yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have any notification of anything being sent back either. I had a
right.
meeting with the mental health director a couple days ago. She said they're going to step me down, take me down a step in custody level. So I'm going to be taken off non-acute status, and as soon as a space opens up in one of the regular isolation cells, I'll be moved to one of those.
Okay, good.
Does that mean that we can get a document to you and we can get it signed now?
Possibly. She said they won't put any restrictions on me.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. And when is that supposed to happen?
What's that?
Well, when is that supposed to happen?
Whenever a space opens up in one of those cells.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's on space. This is a very crowded jail. There's over 2,000 inmates.
All right. And you'll still be in kind of isolated protection?
Yep, I'll still be in protective custody. I'll still be by myself. I just won't be under self-harm watch.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I won't be in any of the self-harm pods.
Okay.
So that's
all right. Well, I guess that's better accommodations. You'll have concierge services.
not likely, but you know, I might actually have a rack to put my mat on, so I'm not going to be on the floor. Maybe I'll have a seat and a table. Who knows? But I won't be surrounded by crazies all the time.
Okay.
Or relatively so.
All right.
That should be an improvement at least.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. Any other news or updates on your end?
No. Everything's still status quo. Somebody sent us a link to a YouTube video that, these amateur sleuths just are relentless. I mean, they just go down any and every path they can go, and so this link to this YouTube video had tracked all your internet activity and all the sites that you had joined.
Dark web.
The dark web, whatever, but some of the offbeat websites Um, so I'm sure you know what I'm referring to without me having to name them.
Okay.
Okay, I see. Okay, and Aaron says, I'm curious as why that what changed the parents' minds. They were so supportive until they weren't, and they still talk to him but don't defend him anymore. Stephen Stern's parents have not explicitly withdrawn their support, but their public comments and record jailhouse calls reveal a growing understanding of their son's actions and realizations they were kept in the dark for a long time. This is the reasons why their defense in public eyes seems to have changed. Realization of deception. Early in the investigation, his parents were largely convinced of his innocence and appeared totally baffled by the accusations. His father even said he spent a lifetime lying to us. The overwhelming evidence and his eventual confession likely made it impossible to maintain a belief in his innocence. And there's also a shock. There's like a shock and a denial that happens. Even Bundy's mother thought he was innocent, but there's a tendency for people to go in denial about things. Acceptance of guilt. During a recorded jail call, when Stefan tried to maintain his role, I didn't start it, his father replied, "You didn't start it, but you participated in it," which I believe he did start it, actually. This indicates that internal shift when his parents acknowledged their son's responsibility. Plea deal finality. In July 25, plea deal resulted in Stearns receiving multiple life sentences without parole, waiving his appeal. His action effectively concluded the legal process of the court. After the plea deal, the public focus shifted entirely to providing closure to Madeline Soto's family. Statement from the state attorney's office mentioned that the outcome was designed to spare the victim's family. Some reports indicate that the parents placed significant blame on Madeline's mother, Jennifer Soto, for her role in the environment that allowed the abuse to occur, which may have shifted their energy away from defending their son's innocence to questioning others' culpability. Ultimately, sheer weight of the evidence and Stern's own guilt pleas likely led to his parents' public defense of the innocence. Maybe being disconnected from him eventually destroyed his influence over their disposition. Aaron said there was so much evidence right from the get go, and it's hard hearing him. He's not even trying to convince him. He's trying to blabbering nonsense. You guys are right, but it's broken to me. Convince them. Yeah, because he's trying to convince them, but it's not fooling anybody. And eventually they snapped out of the nonsense that he was spewing. So yes, a very good point. Okay, let's see any specific evidence. Let's see. A broad trend of influence from numerous societal economic over time. Oh, let's see. Wrong thing. Let's do this. So that is some explanation why they shifted. Wrong thing again. So I have to put the whole word. What's his name? All right, and I'm going to continue this for a moment. Here we go.
So I'm just telling you that all that should exist out there. Oh, by the way, you know, I sped through this 2-hour YouTube video, and your former roommates at the townhome that you rented have ratted you out in ways, and fabricated stories about a shared network drive and video that had been recorded, and supposedly approached your mother about them, threatening to disclose you in these videos, and that we paid them off, which was total bullshit. We've never heard about this until these videos and these asshole friends of yours have managed to get themselves on these YouTube channels and disclose all sorts of shit. Because I can tell you this: if any one of them.
Okay, here we go. So after hearing Stefan's own recorded jailhouse phone calls, the realizing his story had changed drastically. You know, especially when someone has an inconsistent story, that is a way of possible lying. In these recorded conversations, which were released to the public, several specific comments made by Stefan undermined his initial claims of innocence, admission of being present at the time of death. Stearns initially maintained he dropped Madeline Soto off at school the morning she went missing. In jail calls, he changed his story, admitting he found her deleted, dead, passed away in her room before realizing she had passed on and cradling her body. This placed him at the scene of death, contradicting his earlier alibi. Description of the body. He described seeing Madeline's pale face and blue lips and how ice cold she was. Experts and listeners noted that blue lips are indicative of strangulation or aspiration, which essentially meant he described the state of her body in a way that aligned with the cause of death, suggesting intimate knowledge of the circumstances. Expression of regret. Stern told his parents, "I wish I had done the right thing to begin with, you know, taken her awake and called 911 and all that." Statement was seen as a clear admission that he knew something was wrong and failed to seek help, a significant departure from his assertion of being completely blindsided and innocent. "I didn't start it," comment. In one call, he told his father, "I didn't start it." This was interpreted by many, including his father, to some event as attempt to minimize his culpability by implying someone else was involved or the Madeline instigated the situation which the father rejected. All right. Yeah, the felon's basically catching themselves. Okay, Aaron, good night to you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully, maybe we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great holiday Christmas season. All right. All right. Let's continue. A little bit more.
And we know who we're talking about, had come to us with that, we would have told them, feel free to do whatever you want. We're not paying you jack shit. If somebody had done something, I suggest you pursue it with them or the authorities, but don't bring this up to our attention ever again. I can assure you that we would not have paid off anybody. It wouldn't have been our problem, and we wouldn't have paid for it, period.
So my former roommates are trying to blackmail you into paying them off?
No. They're claiming that they had supposedly come to us and blackmailed us, and that we paid them money, which they've described it in two events, one at a restaurant, and then your mother supposedly showing up at the townhome with a manila envelope. And you and I know, and we all know, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, didn't exist, never did it.
It never happened.
And if they had done that, I would have said, go ahead and do whatever you want. You're not getting a penny from me. It's not my problem, so don't even come to me with it, period.
Are they aware that blackmail and coercion is also illegal?
Well, it's kind of a moot point when you're looking at the number of years ago this was. And right now, it's their word, it's hearsay, but I'm just telling you what these amateur sleuths are repeating. Matter of fact, they even said that we owned the townhome, which we didn't.
We've been living in $1 million homes, and you were a spoiled, rotten kid because of it. And I'm thinking, we've never been in $1 million home.
But anyway, I'm just telling you the bullshit that goes on out there, which is why I don't pay attention to these YouTube videos. But I'm just telling you, your former roommates have, done a nice job of sabotaging or discrediting your character and what have you. So everybody's jumping on the bandwagon.
Okay. Good night to you, Moki. Thank you for coming. Yeah, she's been there for. Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to Aaron and Moki. A good night to you, ladies. I'll see you on the next one.
Wagon, throwing you under the bus and what have you, but I'm just relating this story of that's been repeated a few times about some video being recorded in the townhome, and that they came to us requesting, and we pleaded with them not to disclose it, and we paid them off, which is just absolute bullshit.
You should be very careful about that because they're seriously opening themselves up to a lawsuit for defamation.
Well, it takes money to sue somebody, and you have to prove it, and so no one's going to take a case like that pro bono, and it's not worth chasing. And you have to prove damages, and we haven't suffered any damages. But I'm just telling you the bullshit that's floating out there.
That's crazy.
Yep. But anyway, they've done their search, and they've discovered some of these websites that you've subscribed to, participated in, or what have you. So I'm just giving you a heads up that they are leaving no stone unturned as they go down a rat hole chasing this shit.
Crazy.
Yep.
Don't even try to figure out why they did it, because we can't figure out why they did it, except
who did it?
The roommate.
Okay. All right, we moved on past that.
Yeah, but the thing is that these YouTube sites give people a chance to talk with complete immunity, because they never check them, they never fact check them, they don't care about the facts, they just care about getting people to click on and pay the money for the YouTube site. So,
And supposedly these hosts of these YouTube channels pay these people to provide this information as well. So whatever that's worth.
and some roommate.
Oh yeah, the roommate. That's really funny. So reading this interview of the former roommate said that both you and were grossly overweight, and you both had gastric bypass. I mean, I'm just telling you, this shit is just what I don't. They didn't disclose her name, okay? But you know, to say that you had gastric bypass, which you've never had, and that you were grossly overweight, which you never were, again, is the bullshit that's just floating out there on these YouTube channels.
Well, some had gastric bypass, but
Yep.
it's not a big deal these days.
I understand. But they're saying that you had it, you know?
And they're saying that she refused to take her bipolar meds, which she was very forgetful, you know, and didn't do a lot. But they were saying that it was not ADHD, but they thought she was autistic. And like going, no, she wasn't. She wasn't autistic.
It was a question mark. You had one doctor saying that she was possibly on the spectrum, another saying, no, it doesn't seem like it, she's just ADHD. And other doctors didn't know. So it was a question mark.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a three-ring circus out there with these YouTube channels, which is why I don't watch them. Your mother doesn't watch them, but every now and then somebody sends us a link to something, and like I said, I sped viewed it, and you know, came away with a little bit of information and a lot of bad information, misinformation, inaccurate information, but it is what it is, and so I'm not going to bother with it. You know, you have to consider the source and the validity of it, and everybody's highly speculative about whatever they come across, and then they try to make something monumental out of it. That is.
Shaza says, he said earlier he's getting back to his high school weight. I wonder if that claim has any merit. It might just be all talk, and his talk is cheaper than Temu and Shein. So that's certainly, I wonder myself if he really is that, like what he's saying, or he's just trying to look cool. Yeah, definitely.
That just doesn't exist, you know.
I don't know how they can even find jurors that haven't listened to some of this crap.
Yeah.
They can't.
They keep on roasting YouTubers, but YouTubers are independent journalists that are exposing weirdos like them and his son and their son. And it was extremely messed up that they're doing that, but the YouTubers know some things and are exposing stuff. So, exactly. And Mermaid said, I'm off the phone with my brother. He didn't want to miss this. Yeah, Aaron and Moki went to bed. Yeah, just shy of a couple of minutes. Scared. All right, Passion says they're right about the clickbait economy on social media, though. That is true. You are correct. Good observation. So there is a clickbait economy, a clickbait culture in social media where people want you to click on something just for views and clout. That is true. Just like, one of the kids in one of the tribes are watching, the Ukrainian kid was talking about schools these days have issues. He was right about that part, but wrong about everything else. So that is correct. I'll give them that. There is a clickbait economy. That's cringe. Yeah. And there's like influencers that they want you to think they have all these things they don't have. So that's also true about influencers or social media in general about the clickbait. Yeah. All right, I will check that out, Mermaid. I'm very excited and looking forward to it. Oh, you're being irresponsible. Scared. It's the season to be jolly, Mermaid. I'll give you that. But uh, you'll succeed with whatever you're trying to do in the long term. So, yeah, I they were just here a few minutes ago and they're left. They left, but they would be glad that you had kind wishes for them. Yeah, you do great with your videos, Mermaid. I like them. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mermaid. I appreciate that, and I love uh, the premieres you do. You're very talented at that. I like chatting with you in your chat. All right, Passion says, "OMG, did you hear that drama with City Nash and Hernandez Govin? Gotta be careful what you say about defendants." Hmm. Okay. Thank you, Passion, for the warning. I'm not familiar with that, but let's see what this is. We're gonna do a little rabbit hole here. Mood swings and sleep. I haven't been able to take medications for alcohol, but night pill for depression. Okay. Yeah, Passion's awesome. I met Passion during YSL in the YSL trenches. Okay, Passion says Hernandez Govin was acquitted of his charges, but CD Nash reported that trial as if he was guilty and then he got confronted. I didn't know. I didn't know that. Thank you, Passion, for letting me know. You are Passion, that is true. The Mad Chatters are my favorite. All right, Govin Nash's commentary during Govin's trial for the murder of rapper Young Dolph. I remember this trial. Seti Nash, known as Hip Hop Commentary on YouTube, repeatedly suggested that Govin was the mastermind behind the murder plot and helped spread the narrative that he was the bounty on Young Dolph. The situation escalated significantly after Govin was found not guilty of all charges on August 25. Following acquittal, Govin confronted Nash, was upset about the narrative Nash put out during the trial, and he was really not on the shit he had exchanged. The two got into public argument reportedly on Nash's YouTube channel or social media, where he insults, threats were traded, threats of physical violence. The argument culminated in Govin threatening to catch Nash and telling him that he should invest in life insurance, while Nash responded with his own challenges, swearing to pull up on Govin if he came to Atlanta or Los Angeles. Passion said it's important to be objective in trial reporting. These are real people. Proper journalists get trained for this. Training for this. That is a very good criticism. That journalists that are trained in a certain way to handle things, where amateur or independent journalists, however you want to say it, are not maybe informed in these matters, and how the internet, even more powerful tool than lots of traditional media, can fall into a trap. So that's a very good point to point out there, Passion. I'll also keep that in mind myself. That's why we say alleged, in my opinion, stuff like that, as a way to deflect any kind of allegations. Threatens of violence, and they said that the situation moved from online commentary to a personal and public feud involving alleged real-world threats between the two figures. All right, so that is a fun fact that I need to know about. So, thank you, Passion, for the information on that. I didn't know that went down during Dolph's trial. TBH. Hello, my diamond. It's great to see you. Welcome to the chat. Ah, okay, understood, Mermaid. Franklin's again and the damn flashbacks. Alright. Well, it looks like... oh, by the way, this is... what we were recording, what we were watching was Stephen Stearns, his jail phone calls. Oh, working like mad for end of the year. Oh, okay, understood, G. Oh, probably Dream Core again. Okay. Now, and as I said, that is what we were watching. He's this person that murdered this, his stepdaughter. Oh, okay, G. Okay, well, thank you for listening. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for listening. Now, in this circumstance, yeah, he just seeing his cringe is absolutely hysterical. Now, in this part of the show, what we're going to do is, and G has heard the phone calls, we're going to go to our other part right here. Okay. Yes, we do think he murdered her or helped out, definitely. Now we're going to go to another segment of the show. Right here. G said, of course, I hit the like daily, just working to finish up client stuff on Excel and all that stuff, but have been listening. Heard them all. Okay. Now it is time for this. It's time for some grounds.
From the company that brought you Alec Murdali comes another special toy. Prison Playmates is proud to present our new prison...
You're gonna blame me. Lie to her. It's okay to lie to women. They're not people like us. I don't know. Hey, where's the other guy?
You could make a box fort. See, here's a box. You can pretend it's a fort. Actually, that sounds like fun. I want this. I'm king in here.
All right, Mr. Brooks, do you have any position on that? I am unmuting you. I would note he takes the headphones on and off throughout. He doesn't have them on. He's looking at a book.
I wish you would stop saying book. I'm looking at the Bible. Thank you. It's not just a book. It's the book.
Can't disagree with you there, sir.
Yeah. How many people actually live by it, though? Anyway.
Sir, I'm contemplating putting an hour time limit on closing arguments.
I ain't doing no closing argument tomorrow.
The closing arguments will most likely be tomorrow.
I'm not doing it tomorrow.
Then you'll forfeit your right to give one, sir, because as
You can't force me. You can't force me not. What type of court is this where you can say you're gonna force somebody not to be able to give a closing argument? How's that lawful law?
If you choose not to give one,
how's that lawful law?
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl after texting her about getting stoned.
You say, I want to make love to you. Have you ever seen people have sex?
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that, because at the end of the day, I did what you asked me to do.
She asked for it. She didn't ask for it. You sent it to her. And even if she did, I mean, you're not supposed to be sending stuff like that to somebody who says they're 13.
But instead of taking responsibility, he tries to blame it all on the decoy.
Did you know she said she was 18 when I met her? Did you know that?
I've got the transcript right here.
No, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
As he gets up to leave and makes the long walk to the door, officers are in position, ready to arrest him.
Sheriff's office, hands up! Hands up!
He's then taken to jail. And later, he starts crying.
Oh, face that way. Face that way.
It's the shoulders.
Oh, nice and easy on you. There you go. All right. All yours. You okay?
No. It hurts bad.
Your shoulder?
Bad.
Well, it's gonna be sore, man.
Yeah.
But at least you know nothing's broken, right?
Nothing broken. Well, why do I keep having this throbbing, burning pain if nothing's wrong?
I know the shoulder's struggling.
Bad.
Shoulders worse than the knees, though?
Absolutely. I know something is wrong. My shoulder hurts too bad right now.
Sure.
I'm sorry, man. It hurts so bad I'm getting teary-eyed, dude. Like, seriously, I know something is wrong. And I haven't get any Tylenol. I haven't slept.
Sorry about that. Tylenol, that can just be their procedure.
Right. No, I was just asking.
Because you know, you've already figured out you're not an idiot. You're not a dumb man. You're a smart guy.
Right.
I see that.
Help us understand something. Where were you going, Darrell? So these parents know why their kid got hurt just the way you want to know why your kid got hurt.
So a kid got hurt?
A lot of people did.
A lot of people got hurt?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Darrell, you were there.
No, I'm saying a lot of people got hurt.
Yeah, there's people hurt, man.
Like that?
To me, it's a pretty good injury if a doctor's got to check you out or you got a broken leg.
Yeah, so what do you call my shoulder? I'm just making a joke, but yeah.
Well, I'm not laughing because there's nothing funny about this.
No, I was just saying. No, it's not. It's never been that. Dude, I don't take my life as a joke. I was just making a joke about my shoulder when you just said, if it's a serious injury, if you got to get looked out. And I was just saying I had to get looked out, but they didn't say it was serious. They treated it like, oh,
let's say spend the night.
You're the guy in cuffs, so it's hurtful.
Can I show you something? That you? That's you.
Nah, I ain't got no. It look like whoever.
That's not you.
That's not me.
That's not you.
No, I don't.
Darrell.
That's
Darrell. That's you.
That's you, Darrell.
Why you say it like that, man?
Because we talked about the honesty piece. You keep telling me that you tell the truth when you did do something. You take responsibility when you do something.
Now, I just want to say this. When you said it wasn't the end of the world type thing, it is. It's over for me. It's over. Can't see your family. Can't see nobody. It's no guarantee you're even going to see tomorrow. I go to jail right now. I go to prison right now. At my age, there's no guarantee how long I'm gonna have to be in prison. There's no guarantee if I ever see my mama again, because she's getting up there. I used to think that I was a lot stronger than what I am, because my mom used to always tell me, you got my strength, you're strong, you're strongest. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you would go through that you can't get through because you have my strength. But it's like, I struggle with a lot of times feeling like I'm a failure. It's probably a lot of times where I probably shouldn't even be here. I've made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. Almost 40 years old and I'm still going through case after case after case. It's almost enough to just be like, the hell with it, man. And you got beautiful girls out there that you want to see grow up. My sister never got a chance to see her kids grow up because she passed away. What the fuck do I have to live for? To sit in prison? Like, who would want to have their last moments in a place like this, or in a cell somewhere, or in a jail somewhere? If I had to sit in jail right now, my life is over. I know y'all probably just think, oh, he's just talking. And it's crazy, man. I can't believe, man. I can't believe this is how my story ends, dog.
So seeing as how you sat with the prosecution for the entirety of this matter, it would be fair to assume that you know who the plaintiff is in this matter.
Yes, I do.
And who would the plaintiff be in this matter?
The state of Wisconsin.
Is that an entity or a living human being?
It's an entity.
How can an entity file a claim? You are aware that only a living, breathing human being can actually file a claim. An entity cannot walk into anywhere and file a claim if it's not even a real person.
Move to strike the statements by Mr. Brooks. Also object to the question that was asked at the end as irrelevant.
Or the request is granted, the jury will disregard the statement and the question asked.
No, I definitely object to that, Your Honor.
Your objection is noted. Under 906.11, I shall exercise reasonable control over the mode and order of interrogating witnesses. Please move on to a new topic, or the cross-examination. I will end.
Do you see the state of Wisconsin present in the courtroom today?
Objection, argumentative,
Grounds.
irrelevant.
Sustained. Final warning, sir. Next topic or the cross-examination, I will bring it to an end.
You don't got to keep doing that, Your Honor. You don't got to keep doing that.
It's my responsibility, sir, over this trial.
I'm informed. And
Thank you.
And
Next
I respect
topic.
that, but it's relevant for the jury to know the truth.
Move to strike, Your Honor.
Granted, the jury will disregard those last statements. They're
Objection
not
to that.
relevant. Mr. Brooks is not testifying. They misstate the law.
I object to that. That's not lawful law. It's
Noted.
untruthful.
All right, under 906.11, I am now stopping the cross-examination. Any redirect by the state?
Objection to that, and I would like a
Noted.
legal finding of fact.
Go ahead, Attorney Opper.
Your Honor, for the record, this is a video. I'm going to play about the first 5 or 10 seconds for the witness to identify it before moving on, please.
Objection, because this seems like a whole new exhibit. This was never mentioned before. It was never.
I haven't seen it. I can't rule on it, sir. So let me see it, and I'll
when
take your
did it become an
objection under.
exhibit?
I'll
It
take the
was never an
objection under
exhibit before.
advisement. Go ahead,
I
Attorney
have
Opper.
all the exhibits.
Go ahead, Attorney Opper. I haven't seen it yet. There's nothing on my screen that I see. It's now playing.
So now we just creating exhibits now. I have all the exhibits, and this was never in it.
Sir, do you recognize what's contained in State's Exhibit 178?
Objection.
Overruled.
Relevancy.
Overruled.
Leading.
Go ahead and answer.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
There was a still photo shown before of Mr. Brooks standing in front of the Ford Escape. This is the video in which that still photo was taken from.
Where'd you get this video from, sir?
From Mr. Brooks' social media account.
Okay. Your Honor, move to admit 178 and permission to publish.
Objection. Your Honor, I have all the exhibits. They were provided.
Mr. Brooks, I'll take that up. along with the other two issues I still need to
But
address.
how can you play something that I didn't
Mr.
even
Brooks,
have?
I'll take that up outside the presence of the jury.
This
Your
is
objections are
mind-boggling.
noted.
This is
It's
mind-boggling.
overruled.
Mind-boggling.
Actually, Your Honor, I changed my mind. I would like to play the audio, please.
Sustained.
This is mind-boggling.
So we will play the entire video, Your Honor.
Is this setting the foundation?
It's relevant. You
I
question this
question him
detective
about,
about
I
his
question him
knowledge.
about the still frame from the video. The video wasn't even in the exhibits that I received. I actually didn't even receive them. They
Mr.
were
Brooks, please
obtained.
stop. The video's playing.
D-Mark got that heat.
I just got a load worth about a half a ticket. 30 in the blicker when I'm out here chasing chicken. Was observant to the game when I used to play the benches. Now I swipe Da Vinci, got him looking at me different. I can't miss him, yeah. AR with extension, yeah. Venom when I kiss him, yeah. Kidnap you and misses, yeah. Work all in the kitchen, damn. Money by the ceiling fan. Shorty wanna take a chance, I'ma need a cash advance. Only fuck with real gritters, and I've been around gorillas ever since a little nigga fucking on my babysitter. Put some prices on the nigga, you know they gon' come and get you. You see how them hollows did him, now he look like Tyson hit him. I was in the slums, any weather, I was still trapping, sliding on the pussy early morning. Bitch, you still lacking, caught him in the mall, had to tuck it in my heel figure. You know I got steel with him, fully not that little pistol. Heard they putting cameras on the lights, bitch, we still dealing. Give a fuck about the past, nigga, I'ma still kill you. No love for the suckers, listen, put them in the field, we bliss them. Shoot out all the ammunition, they move like some caterpillars. Post this on your social feed, addies that extend release. Two cent boy, your talk is cheap, I won't stop till you deceased. Coming out your face, you bleed. Carbons, we gon' sweep the scene. Sensors, we gon' find the heat. Take you out the movie screen. Got another low, how we playing with them digits. Weighing up them bowls, hella coke around the digi. Playing with them bloods, they gon' pop you like a skillet. Nigga, I'm a menace, and that's word to Mr. Wilson.
I hate that song. Why am I singing it? To be blunt, which I've been since the beginning of this trial, obviously, I see the whole strategy here by the prosecution. I see right through it. Don't have any cross-examination, mainly because you've already schooled the people getting on the stand on how to answer certain things.
Well, that is completely speculative on your part without
It's
any
obvious.
basis in law or fact.
It's obvious.
Sir, you said you wanted to raise a legal issue. What's the legal issue?
The legal issue is how is the state allowed to coach the
You're
people getting on the
assuming they
stand?
spoke to them and coached them.
It's obvious. I'm not stupid.
Well, I disagree with that, sir. Again, you could ask
All of a
questions to
sudden,
lay a foundation
all of a sudden the
with
state
these
don't got,
witnesses.
all of a sudden, for the first time in trial, all of a sudden now they don't got no cross. That's clearly a rush to try to get through the case. Hurry up. We just gonna let these people go.
Well, this is
not-
argument.
Come on, man.
This is argument on your part,
I
sir.
see
It
through
is pure
I just
commentary
want
at this
that on
point.
the record. I see through it. I find that
All right,
very.
I'm having the jury brought
man.
out. I'm instructing you to
Come on,
avoid
man.
the commentary when the jury comes out, or you will
I didn't
forfeit
say-
your right to be
I didn't say
present.
nothing.
Before we do that, there's an issue that we do need to take up. So as long as the jury's out, we should probably discuss that. I would like to provide the defendant and the court with a copy.
So that had to be said. So it's the defendant.
That's not how it was said.
That was how I said. You want to run the record back?
Mr. Brooks.
So I got one. I
Mr.
got one
Brooks.
ear that work, and I heard that.
This
Come on,
is
man.
to benefit
man.
you so
No,
that
it's
you
not.
understand
Ain't none of
your
this to benefit
witness
me, so let's
has
be clear
a
about
prior
that.
record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom, and I have to elevate my voice.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell?
I
can
believe
you
he
explain?
has 7 prior convictions via OWI second from 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break.
The fact of the matter is, just like I did with my opening statements, I don't have a well-prepared or rehearsed speech. I didn't look in the mirror and say certain points to myself over and over again to make sure I have them right or anything like that. I've chosen to speak from the heart. And now I'm going to speak from the heart. What you won't hear me do is argue facts. Trying to argue facts of this, facts of that, I'm not going to waste your time doing that. It's a little emotional. I apologize for the long pause. What you've been hearing from the prosecution, and not to take anything away from them, but let's call it what it is. You've been hearing a lot of rerun. Same things over and over and over. No different than when you turn on the radio and you first hear that song that you don't like when you first hear it, but they play it so much that eventually you start saying it, the words to yourself before you even realize it. And then you sit and you go, I hate that song. Why am I singing it? That's what's been happening. Rerun over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Attempting to make things stick in your head that simply aren't true. It's a lot of information that you guys should be privy to, I believe. And one thing that I believe that you have not been privy to is the truth of your rights and your duties. The fact that you and you alone have the power, not well-prepared DAs with well-prepared and clearly rehearsed speeches and exhibits and a lot of theatrics. Frankly, not the judge. You and you alone have the power. You and you alone decide what is truth and what isn't truth. You should be informed that you have the power to nullify any law that you don't agree with. Remember the power that you have. Don't for 1 second let it be taken away from you. I can never understand the position of sitting on a jury in something of this magnitude. So I'm sure there's a lot of pressure. I pray that the right decision is made. The right decision. Do what's right. Don't let the smoke and mirrors take away your power. Don't let the theatrics take away your power. Each and every one of you has a decision. Do what's right. Make the right decision. That's the magnitude of the power that you have. Just like this tissue is in my hand, this is everything. You have everything. Be at peace with what you decide. Have no regrets. Don't let this decision weigh on you after it's over. And again, I say the same thing that I said earlier. Same thing I said in opening statements. I'm not reading from any paper, any books. Everything you've heard in opening statements, everything you're hearing now is from right here. Everything. You have the decision. You and you alone. All of you. You have the decision. I know it's probably not proper, but you guys deserve a round of applause if you could get one. Thank you guys sincerely. And I know, and I have faith and I trust that you guys know what's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's fair to just say guys, but I believe in your heart you know what's right. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, might I please get verification that the audio and video are working in the neighboring courtroom? All right, thank you. I do have verification. There are headphones on the table in front of Mr. Brooks should he choose to wear them. I see he's reading from a book at the moment. I do need to make a record that this morning, although Mr. Brooks was not raising his voice, there were repeated interruptions. I gave Mr. Brooks multiple opportunities to stop talking. I asked him repeatedly to stop interrupting me. I advised him that if he continued, he would forfeit his right to be present in this courtroom and would be taken to the neighboring courtroom. I believe I gave that warning at least twice. It's my hope that we can continue with Mr. Brooks in this courtroom. At some point today, I'll certainly invite him back over when I get through these advisements. I'm not asking for a response yet, Mr. Brooks. What I'm asking you for is whether you have any requests for jury instructions, or in your review you think anything needs to be changed, deleted, added, etc. Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions, sir? I would note he put 2 boxes right in front of where he's seated, so I can't presently see his face. He is unmuted. I've confirmed previously regarding the audio working, and I will just ask him a second time, sir, do you have any requests as it relates to the draft packet of jury instructions, whether that be any additions, corrections, edits, or deletions?
And Your Honor, would it be possible for the bailiffs to just move the boxes off the table so
Yes,
we
I
can
think
see?
that's fair. I'm going to advise the bailiff to remove the box so I can see Mr. Brooks. I don't know what he's doing behind there.
Hey, why do you tell them to move my box?
Because I couldn't see you, sir.
Or what?
I've asked you twice now, and I'll ask you a third time. Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Any additions, deletions, edits, or otherwise?
Hey, man, you don't got to talk to me like that.
Do you have any requests
First of all,
related to the jury instructions, sir?
Yeah, I got requests. It ain't like they gonna be honored though.
As it relates to the jury instructions, sir, what are your?
I heard what the hell you said, man.
Well, Mr. Brooks, that was very disrespectful.
Yeah, and I've been getting disrespected since the beginning of this whole process. So welcome to the club.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Sir, I understand you may be upset, and I really do, but I've made my determinations.
You don't understand nothing. You don't understand anything, Your Honor. You don't.
I'm going to mute him again because he's not answering the questions that I'm very clearly asking him. I've given him 5 opportunities. Mr. Brooks, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? I'll unmute you for that answer.
I can't hear everything you're saying.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
Yeah, I can hear what you're saying. I can hear what you're saying.
You just told me you didn't. So which one is it?
Yeah, I got the headphones on. You can't see that?
What are your requests as it relates? What are your requests as it relates to the jury instructions, sir?
Man, don't try to come with this whole little image, sir. Now it's all this sir and all this. Trying to put on this little act like you so worried about what's going on with me. You don't give a damn. Never did.
Mr. Brooks, you're being disrespectful again.
You've been being disrespectful. You've been being disrespectful.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any position on the verbiage of jury instructions 70 on page 65?
Don't ask me no question. Are you my accuser? Are you my accuser, Your Honor?
All right, he's choosing not to answer, so I'll mute him again. It's unfortunate that he's deciding not to participate in this. I agree with the state. I don't need to highlight that second paragraph. I will take that out, but I will include in the paragraph that reads, at times, Mr. Brooks has appeared from another courtroom, period. This must not influence your verdict in any manner. Mr. Brooks, do you have any position on that? Which is, so jury instruction 70 has to do with the defendant proceeding pro se. I need the bailiffs to move the boxes away from his face. I need to be able to see him. He can keep them on the table, but they need to be moved off to the side. And if he does it one more time, then I will instruct the bailiffs to take the boxes away. Those are trial prep materials. If there's something in those materials related to jury instructions, he should take those out now. Mr. Brooks, one final time, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Otherwise, I'm going to approve them. I'm going to take a break, and then We'll come back in the afternoon to go over verdict forms.
I didn't answer yes or no, so how do you consent to anything without me answering the question?
Are you going to answer the question, sir?
But you can't force me to do it. You can't just say, I'm going to do this. Because
sir, but you also can't stall the proceedings by failing to answer.
I didn't try to stall the proceedings. You're the one that held me in contempt.
I never held you in contempt. All right, I'm going to mute him once again because he refuses to answer a very simple question about whether he has any requests as it relates to the jury instructions. I will work on making all the changes with Madam Clerk, finalizing the order. So we'll come back at 1 o'clock to finalize the verdicts. All right, sir, I'm going to let you make an offer of proof as to why you believe the photographs and the questioning about contact after the alleged incident is relevant.
It's relevant because these were sent by the witness.
It assumes a fact, not an evidence, but
You
what
want
is...
the letter too?
Hold on. Tell me the basis you believe there's been communication and why you believe it's relevant to her testimony.
It's relevant because it was testified to by what's the last guy, Guth, that he was told that the witness was supposed to be so deeply afraid of me and all this type of stuff. So if you're so deeply afraid and worried about somebody and this and that, why would you sneak and have contact?
Do you want to open up the door to the other act's evidence of
That's not opening.
No.
That's not opening the door.
Sometimes in a court of law, when there are pretrial rulings, the testimony of a witness needs to be said in such a way not to run afoul of that. But if you keep questioning her about whether she's afraid or not, or why she wouldn't have contact or not, you are opening the door to that testimony. All of my rulings have been made to prevent what could be seen as prejudicial evidence. The standard's not prejudicial. The standard's whether it's unfairly prejudicial. But you can open the door to that, sir.
It's unfairly prejudicial that I have a document stating that November 20th never even happened, but yet and still the witness can get on the stand and lie on the stand.
Have you turned that document over to the state?
Come on, man. Y'all know that's not right. Y'all know that's not right.
Then you need to immediately turn it over to the state right now. It may become relevant, but no one has seen it. When did you receive the document? Hold on. When did you? I'm having you make an offer. When did you receive the document?
Okay, but I just want to stay for the record, Your Honor, that's not fair. It's not fair.
When did you receive this document that you claim was sent by this witness?
It's not claim. It's for a fact.
Sir, it hasn't been established yet. I need to make a record.
So do y'all want the letter?
I want to see the letter.
What?
I want to see the letter.
Okay, so I got to.
And I want to know when you received it.
I got to bring that in. Come on, man.
Mr. Brooks.
Come on, man. Stop.
When you
Stop
aren't
Stop
even
it.
letting
You're a
me
public
ask
servant, Your Honor. I respect your courtroom. I respect you. You're a public servant, though. Your job is to be the referee. Is it or is it not? You stated so yourself on record that your job is being the umpire.
So I'm going to make a record about what he's referring to in count 77. Okay.
And what happened to that paper? Because it was on the table. Then when I come back in,
I need to make a record of a variety of things.
So who took my paper?
And you keep interrupting me. You attempt to divert everyone from what is being done this very second.
I didn't attempt to do anything.
Yes, you do it repeatedly, sir.
Whatever.
So you're doing it once again.
Whatever. Just make your record. What does the letter read?
You have the letter. You showed it to me, sir.
And I've been trying to find it ever since I came back in, and now all of a sudden I can't.
And now you're impugning, though, like somehow you're impugning the integrity of this court, of the bailiffs of this state. You're accusing, frankly, everyone of moving your papers.
Did I point the finger at anyone? Did I say anyone did anything?
Not directly, but indirectly you did,
so
sir.
how can you make the assumption that I'm saying?
Can I please make the record without you interrupting?
Yes, you may. I apologize.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But you made repeated comments, sir, and if I need to, I will have a bailiff put on the record that no one touched your table.
Your Honor, did I say anyone touched my table? I didn't
You
say
implied it, sir.
But did I say that? I can see if I came in and said, hey, one of you moved something off my table, then it would be more of a validity to what you're saying.
I need to continue with the record, sir. It's very apparent to me, sir, that every time throughout this trial, and especially the last 2 days, when the court makes a ruling that you disagree with, that you start peppering me with questions. You question me about the law. You ask, is it verified law? It is, from my perspective, a clear attempt to kind of turn us in a direction away from what we're doing.
I'm sorry
That's
you
my
feel that way.
that I'm making a rule. You're doing it again.
I mean, because it has no validity.
So, I am trying to make a record about a line of questioning you want to ask Ms. Patterson. Now we have you claiming that there's some document that was sent by the witness after the charges were filed that apparently contained photographs that you believe goes to the credibility of this witness. So I need to ask a few questions about that, sir, to determine whether it has relevance to those issues. Number one, when did you receive this letter?
I received this multiple letters, actually, over a period of time. It wasn't, I referred to this one because this one had the pictures.
Does it have a date on it, the letter?
No, I didn't bring the letter, I brought the pictures. The witness
We need
knows
the
that they
letter.
sent me the pictures. They know that.
Well, again, it assumes facts that aren't here. You're assuming this witness sent it. I don't know. But even if she did, what relevance does it have to her credibility before this jury?
It goes to the credibility because she's put on this facade of being so afraid of someone, but yet still, you know that we're not supposed to have contact, but you still sneaking behind and saying, oh, I wonder how you're doing, and oh, this and this and that. Oh,
I don't think
no, I
she's
still
ever
love
said
you.
she was
Oh,
afraid. I
mhm.
think that was the officers who may have stated that. So again, I'm going to ask you, even if this letter's from her, these pictures are from her, how does it
Your
relate to
Honor.
her credibility before the jury?
Who else could these pictures be from?
I'm going to ask you point blank. Did you get a letter that's signed from her?
I got. What do you mean signed? No
How
one
do you
signs
know?
letters.
What's your why do you have a belief that they are from her?
I have multiple letters from her.
You're not answering my question. Why do you believe the letters are from Erica Patterson?
Because they were sent from Erica Patterson. Why else would I?
Were they signed by her?
What do you mean signed?
Did she write her name on the letter? Was
Are
it the
you-
content
are you
of the
kidding me?
letter? No, I'm not kidding you. I need to make a record, sir. You're making a statement that these letters are from her and that they're relevant to her credibility.
Your Honor, I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
And I'm asking you why you hold that opinion.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume, which I know is true, you've never been in my position. You've never been in jail. So you've never received a letter from someone writing someone in jail. No one is gonna. When you
You're
say
not
to
answering
me,
my
when
question,
you say to
sir.
me,
What's the basis why you believe they're from Miss Patterson? Is there some information in them that only she would know? Did she sign the letters? Is it penmanship that you recognize? Why do you believe they're from her as opposed to somebody else sending you information? Could be your mom, could be, I'm just saying,
why
could be
was
anybody
somebody-
else.
This is,
You gotta answer my question. It's
Your
called an
Honor,
offer of
this-
proof.
But you still got to understand why this is mind-boggling to me. Like how I got a child with this woman. Why would I not know her handwriting?
But you have to
Why
lay
would
a
I not know?
foundation for these letters, sir. That might be
This
through
is
your own
ridiculous.
testimony. So that I'm trying to figure out why you believe they're from her. Not all this other stuff
Are
about
you
I'm in jail
serious?
and I have a child. I'm trying to, I need to know. It's called an offer of proof.
Are you serious?
What do you believe? Why do you believe they're from her? I am serious. I need you to
Because
answer.
they're from her.
But you're assuming
Like
that.
how else am I supposed to answer that?
I've given you a few reasons why it would lend to that opinion.
So it has to be put in a legal
The
term
bottom
or
line is I
something?
need the letter. So if you're going to question her on that, the state absolutely has a right to see the letter.
So
The
what
state
about-
has the ability to question you about that, or question this witness, and to look at the veracity of what your claims are here. So I may take an early lunch. If that's in your cell, then you can go get it and bring it. But without that letter, I'm not allowing this line of questioning. Do you have the letter with
So-
you in court?
I just said no. How many
Okay.
times I got to say the same thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it. Everybody seems to hear
In
that
a
just
quiet
fine.
courtroom,
And
yes, we can hear it very
and
clearly.
everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging. Or,
Once again, you're doing this tactic.
Because
where you try to
it's not a
go
tactic,
off of
it's
what
facts.
we're talking
It's
about
facts.
to some other reason.
It's facts.
to
Because
some
I
other
find
thing.
it hard to believe that
I'm going to
all
let
of
the
a sudden
state.
nobody hears what I say.
I'm going to let the
Come on,
state
man,
make
stop.
a record of why they
Stop.
believe it's objectionable, because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you
So
believe
I
it's.
didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was
The
somebody
record will
else
reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
that I know is from
No, that you believe.
that I know?
All right, I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
that's a lie. I object to
Let
that.
the state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada, and for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
Furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because
done.
that's a lie.
Let him
Because at
finish.
the end of the day,
Let
if
him
we
finish,
gonna open the door
Mr.
on that, no,
Brooks.
since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record. Since you think you know so much,
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on.
being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me
disrespectful,
she was when
interrupting.
we met. We can ask
He's-
that question
he is
too. Then
over the
Did you
top,
ask that?
animated
Do you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state
No,
finish.
I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter and he
Don't
can
sit
show
here and try
it
to
is
think he knows what's
inadmissible,
going
she
on.
will not be questioned. And under 906.11, I will
Then you gonna
declare the
talk about where my kids
cross-examination
live. You don't know where,
closed.
You don't know where, what
Thank
happened
you.
at
We're
the
in
time for
recess,
all this
1
happening,
hour.
bruh. To be blunt, which I've been since the beginning of this trial, obviously, I see the whole strategy here by the prosecution. I see right through it. Don't have any cross-examination, mainly because you've already schooled the people getting on the stand on how to answer certain things.
Well, that is completely speculative on your part without
It's
any
obvious.
basis in law or fact.
It's obvious.
Sir, you said you wanted to raise a legal issue. What's the legal issue?
The legal issue is how is the state allowed to coach the
You're
people getting on the
assuming they
stand?
spoke to them and coached them.
It's obvious. I'm not stupid.
Well, I disagree with that, sir. Again, you could ask
All of a
questions to
sudden-
lay a foundation
all of a sudden the
with
state
these
don't got,
witnesses.
all of a sudden,
For the first time in trial, all of a sudden now they don't got no cross. That's clearly a rush to try to get through the case. Hurry up. We just gonna let these people go.
Well, this is argument.
Come on, man.
This is argument on your part, sir. It is pure commentary
I just want
at this
that on
point.
the record. I see through it. I find that
All right,
very.
I'm having the jury brought out. I'm instructing you to avoid the commentary when the jury comes out, or you will forfeit your right to be present.
I didn't say nothing.
Before we do that, there's an issue that we do need to take up. So as long as the jury's out, we should probably discuss that. I would like to provide the defendant and the court with a copy.
So that had to be said. So it's the defendant.
That's not how it was said.
That was how it said. You want to run the record back?
Mr. Brooks.
So I'm the only one. I got one. I got one ear that work, and I heard that.
This is to benefit you, so that you understand your witness has a prior record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom, and I have to elevate my voice.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell,
I
can
believe
you
he has 7 prior convictions via OWI second from 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break. Mr. Brooks, the live stream is on.
I don't care about no live stream. Just like y'all don't care. All this political, this the show. Y'all getting told what to do.
Mr.
Y'all
Brooks.
getting paid what to do.
Mr. Brooks, look at me for a minute. Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks,
You sit up here, act like you know me. People like you don't. Y'all
Mr.
you don't know
Brooks.
nothing about where I come from.
Mr. Brooks.
You push me, dog. Don't push back then.
Mr. Brooks.
Don't push back. Push me again.
Mr. Brooks, we have to continue with this hearing.
Want to talk to the judge or not? No, I'm worried about, man, don't put your hand on me, dude.
Nobody put their hands on you.
Yeah, they better not put their hand on me.
Okay, Mr. Brooks, you need to look at me for a minute, okay?
Why? To listen to all this political stuff y'all got going on?
Mr. Brooks, I'm more concerned about...
Don't touch me, dog. Stay seated.
All right, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back after lunch. I'm not going to do this with him right now. He needs to be here. He's not cooperating. I'm going to give you the warning, Mr. I will give you the warning that if you continue to interrupt when we go back on the record, you will forfeit your right to be in the courtroom today. I can't have these interruptions. I want you here. It's been a long day and a half.
Keep your hands off me.
We'll come back at 12:30.
I just told you to get off me.
12:30, everyone.
All right, so that is going to be it for tonight. That was our final part of the show, which is the grounds part of the show. And let's see. I need to be up in a few hours. Oh, okay, so what a coincidence. So, yeah, I know, Jesus. The animation is indeed insane. Right on. Yeah. And all this, it's really crazy, and that really happened, and the trials that we watched had happened about 2-3 years ago. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Passion. All right, so thank you all for coming and hanging out with me tonight, and see you all, God willing, tomorrow, and peace. Gonna work? It's not gonna work. So let's do it like this. Coincidence. Yes, absolutely.